what you want? Huh? Is this what you want? Well, come and get it, goddamn!
I'll fucking wait. Who wanna debate? Straight, let me cook. Fish frying while season and marinate. Every season, there's no reasoning, just unanimous decision. Smash the noti bell, and thanks to all subscriptions. Mama mentality, stop fouling me, I'm goated. Body shots got them folding. Every word they can quote it. Smoking bud, watching bud, smoke these niggas Mayweather with the defense, nothing short of genius. High step into the end zone like prime time. Point me to the limelight. Mic check, it's my time. The pod god every time I deliver. You're now tuned in to GOAT Thriller. I'm here to stay. All the chatter, y'all can dead it. Let's start the show. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, I said it. Dinging on them. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it.
I'm the best ever. There's never been
fucking
anybody.
wait.
I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart.
Yeah, I said it.
Now, before I get into what I'm about to get into, I just want to make sure that each and every last one of y'all hit that like or dislike button. And please don't forget to put some motherfucking Coach K Duke full court pressure on that sub button if you're new to the channel. And please don't forget to ring that noti bell so you can be notified via email each and every time your boy E Thriller, aka Hamrothstein, aka GOAT Thriller, aka the motherfucking Black Picasso, because I paint these pictures so vividly with my words on the sport of boxing whenever I feel like it. And once again, fight fans, ladies and gentlemen in the Wolf Pack, welcome back. Now, first things first, man. Shout out to everybody that's watching this live stream podcast on my YouTube account. Shout out to everybody that's watching this live stream podcast on my Twitter account. Shout out to everybody that's watching this motherfucking live stream podcast on my Facebook account, my IG account, and my TikToker salute. Make sure y'all drop some E3s in the motherfucking chat if you're feeling good tonight, because we are less than 24 hours away from the biggest fight in over the last decade, in my honest opinion. I mean, this is bigger than Mayweather and Pacquiao. Yeah, I said it, and I didn't stutter. And you already know I got some help tonight, man. I got my big bro, the boxing historian himself. You guys know him as Mosquito Spray, but I deemed him Eddie fucking Atlas. You are live on the chat with GOAT Thriller. Talk to me, big bro. What's popping? How are you feeling, kind sir?
I'm good, E3. What's happening, man?
Hey, man, as you can see, man, I'm excited. I'm elated. The moment has almost arrived. Bro, the fight is tomorrow night, man. So you already know. I got to get your expertise. I got to pick your brain, bro. You got to break it down for myself and for the people on how this fight may or may not play out.
Already. Before I get started, man, I got to give a quick shout out, man. You know, today is a special day, man. Would have been my old man's 66th birthday, man. So I just want to say to him, you know, you can hear me, man. You know, we love you and we miss you, man.
Yes, sir. God bless.
But yeah, man, you know, I'm excited about this fight, man, and can't wait to get into it, man. And been waiting 4 or 5 years for this moment. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's been a long time. A lot of bickering, a lot of debating with you and General Big Fish and you and Corey. Shout out to my big bro Corey, man. We've been going back and forth on these panels. Shout out to IOTBA. Shout out to Q, man. Shout out to everybody that getting in with us on the Woodpack, man. This has been like a daily thing for over the last 2 years since I've been doing this live streaming shit on YouTube, bro. And it's finally here, bro.
Yeah. And man, I'm go back a little bit, man. You know, kind of, you know, this fight, man, it kind of has parallels to other storylines and fights. And I think one major fight that's eerily similar to it, if you look at the fighters, the way they came up, the background, you know, the way they were treated as it came through the ranks. I think this is very similar to, from that aspect, to Leonard and Marvin Hagler, where you got Terrence Crawford on the Marvin Hagler end. How Marvin Hagler came up, fighting in the spectrum, making his way the hard way, getting it out the mud, man. And you got Sugar Ray Leonard, who was, the Olympic darling, came in, signed with the big promoter, had the big time trainer, and was immediately, making big money and all that. And Hagler just never fought. Hagler even went and had his name legally changed, so people would have to put Marvelous on the front of his name. You know what I'm saying? Just to get the respect he felt like he needed. You know what I'm saying? Right. Deserved as a man and as a fighter, man. And it just kind of reminds me of that, man. As far as that goes, I'm not gonna say Crawford is similar to Hagler in the way he fights or whatever, just because he's a switch hitter or whatever. None of that. You know what I'm saying? But man, this fight, man, this fight, golly, and they both excellent fighters in their own right, man. Spence got this thing he do, man, and Crawford got this thing, and it just shit. I'm what I'm saying. I'm just so excited now.
Man, it's man. That weigh-in today, bro. That shit was electrifying, bro. Like, I thought yesterday was great, but today was like the icing on the cake for me, bro. The way that Crawford came out there looking confident and rapping the lyrics to one of my favorite songs, my favorite rapper of all time, next to Pimp C and Lil Wayne. Shout out to Young Tucci Lee. He was rapping that Mr. Carter like, I am him. He came out there ready to go. Earl came out there. He looked good, bro. Man, I'm ready for tomorrow night, bro.
Yeah, and another thing I noticed, man, I know they're going to fill out and everything after they rehydrate and have the meals and everything, but these boys, like I said yesterday, man, there is not a big size discrepancy that we've been led to, to believe or whatever. And
Crawford looks more chiseled to me, bro, like especially in the abdomen region, like the abdominal region. He looks very chiseled with his 6-pack or 8-pack. Yeah. He look like he got a 12-pack. From what I saw,
and Spence look like he ain't messing around. You know what I'm saying? And it's harder to see him. He got the tattoos and stuff, whatever. So it's kind of hard to see a definition. But they both look like they're ready. No excuses on either side. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Crawford does look. He look a little wider. Spence look a little more slender. But he has the bigger frame. The longer, naturally bigger frame, a little bit or whatever. But guys the same size pretty much, man. And like I said, I think tomorrow, man, after they fill out, man, I think Crawford probably coming up around 55, Spence coming up about 65 at the best. And it's not a big gap at all. You know what I'm saying? And
that sounds about right, bro. So let's go ahead and get into some of the technical aspects of the fight, because I got to pick your brain, big bro, because you going to lay it on me, bro. So let me ask you this. What are some of the weaknesses of a Terrence Bud Crawford that an Errol Spence can exploit or take advantage of come fight night tomorrow?
Yeah, Crawford, man, like I said, similar to Mayweather, once he sets his distance and time, and I believe most, the fights are over, it takes him 3 to 4 rounds to do that, as opposed to the round and a half to 2 rounds it took Mayweather to do it. During that time, if you, especially a fighter of Spence's, mindset and, the actions that he puts in, he's going to come to you or whatever. Crawford can be caught, early in the fights when he's adjusting to the timing and the distance of the fight, and the rhythm of the fight or whatever. Yeah. And he does things like in the Ebenezer fight, he backs, like even if he has his guard up, he's not a tight guard at times, and he does sometimes come out with his hands loose, and gets touched on the way out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a little wide. Yeah.
And of course, the biggest thing most people see and point to is, if you hit him, he wanna get it back immediately at times. And this at this level and this kind of fight, he's gonna have to be mindful of that and not get be so reticent to exchange at the drop of a hat just because you got touched. And that's kind of a thing you learn when you're first learning the box, man, because like in a street fight, you get hit, you're like, oh, I gotta get your own back. You mess around and walk right into something in that boxing ring, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that's those two things, man. And let me see, just something that I can think of. because one, of course, with the switching, you had the potential to get caught in between the switch. But I haven't seen Crawford. I haven't seen him switch within range where he's in danger of being hit. He always makes sure that he's out of range or he's at a distance where it won't. Nobody can land an effective shot on him that will could change the course of the fight or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's another thing Spence could take if he had to. The agility to get in there and catch him with something, to catch him out balance and possibly score a knockdown or it even hurt him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But other than like I said, the being aggressive when he gets hit, or when he's setting his distance and time, and early in the fight, the chance to jump on him then and land some meaningful shots. Those are the weaknesses I see in his game. But once he gets in the rhythm of the fight and know what he want to do, then he sharpens up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, so yeah, that's basically what I see with him, man.
Okay, then. So let me flip it on you, Mosquito Spray. What are some of the weaknesses of an Errol Spence that a Terrence Bud Crawford can exploit come fight night tomorrow night? How do you see that playing out?
Man, I watched, here recently getting, prior for this, man. I watched, I glanced at a few fights, man, and one of my glanced at was two of my glanced at for Spence was the Porter fight and the Ugas fight. Spence, man, he gets in he gets himself in what you call no man's land a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's where you in where you're not far enough out of range, you're not far enough inside not to get touched. And he does that by getting what seems to me to be impatient to get to his man at times, and getting front foot heavy, and also, man, he'll commit. Now it does the same thing that makes him effective is what can cause him his own problems because he commits fully to his shots. Like if you got a defensive guy like Mayweather, for instance, he doesn't fully commit to his shot because he always wants to be back in defensive position to defend. Spence fully commit. He puts his whole body into his shots. Now when they land, they can be devastating. But when he misses, especially that left hand, I'm not trying to be funny, man, but it looked like goddamn Super Macho Man on Mike Tyson punch out when he missed. You know what I'm saying? Like he be overextended, his head over his feet, and he's in no man's land. And in that Ugas fight, man, he did that shit, and also his eyes are not on the target. He's blind basically, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's very dangerous. The other thing he does, man, I've seen him do it a couple of times. One particular time was in, I believe, round 2 of the Porter fight, with about between a minute 40 and minute 35 left in the round. Okay. He does this thing kind of where like how what Mayweather would do, like kind of the motion where he do the pull, kind of where he have his hands down at his waist and then pull back and then throw the shot or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the lead right.
Spence tried to do the thing where he'll try to get away from a shot like that. He did it a few times in the Danny Garcia fight and was able to get away because Garcia was slow of foot, slow of hand, and his arms weren't that long. In the Porter fight, he tried to do that one time, and because he's a southpaw, the footwork got tangled up, and he stumbled back to the ropes just like he did in that Ugas fight.
I remember that moment in that fight. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like and that's not his character, man. He is a come forward, earmuffs on, tight defense. I don't know where the slick shit or whatever he's trying to do, but that's something that he don't need to. He need to throw that out or whatever. But the main thing that he consistently does, man, is the getting in no man's land, and then his feet he gets his feet even where he's off balance. Mm-hmm. Well, especially when he gets to his man, once he's getting in his rhythm, his pattern. You know what I'm saying? When he's trying to get to his man, his footwork gets sloppy. He's just trying to, it's like he's rushing his work, and then let me see what else. Shit. I'm trying to think. So he gets
Yeah, but to kind of piggyback off of the point that you just made, like I'm looking at the Ugas fight. I don't know how many times I done watched that fight, bro. And it's
Yeah.
like the way he was whipping on them shots. Now, granted, I get it. He was coming off of like a year layoff due to the laceration in his eye or whatever. So I expected some sort of ring rust. But even though he
Yeah.
put on a great offensive performance, it was a lot to where I can nitpick. Like, bro, you can't do this shit against a sharp counterpuncher like Terrence Crawford because he's going to make you pay if you make a mistake so bad,
Right.
so flagrantly. Like
Right.
I posted some on my IG a couple of weeks back that went viral. Like it was one moment in that fight, maybe in the 8th round or something like that, to where he tried to land an overhand left and he whipped on it because Ugas slipped it. And when he slipped it, Ugas kind of touched him with a jab to the body, and then he hit him with a right to the body. And then not Tense, but Spence kind of like looking out of the periphery of his left eye, like, damn, I see this shot coming, but I can't do nothing but take it because I'm so out of fucking position. So
Yep.
Ugas landed like a left uppercut to his neck. And of course, Spence took it because we know Spence got a good chin, but we also know that Jordanis Ugas is very pillow fisted. So I say,
Yeah.
say Mosquito, he can't put himself in those inopportunistic situations going up against Terrence Crawford tomorrow night, or it can end bad for him, bro, early, real quick. It can get real sticky.
Definitely, man. Yeah, the other thing I forgot to say earlier, man, he sometimes Spence gets once he'll fight in patterns sometimes, and the other thing he'll fight in a straight line where he's in and out in a straight line, and then I noticed in the Porter fight when when Porter was backing him up, it's like he's very uncomfortable. He's like he's being rushed. You know what I'm saying? And he tried a couple times to do the little half step back and throw that left hand or whatever, to counter catch Porter on the way in. But the times when he was unsuccessful, of course he's missing and he put himself right back out of position or whatever. It got ugly for him. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't consistently move out to the side or at an angle or whatever. Because when you back up, you never back straight up. And if you have to back straight up, you back up with your hand down or throwing shots. I'm sorry, with your hands up or throwing shots. And if at all possible, you back out up to whatever side or at an angle. You know what I'm saying? And that fighting in a straight line, you can be timed coming in the front door and you can be timed going out. You know what I'm saying? And that's the main three things. So fighting in a straight line, the overextending and getting out of position, and that damn shit that Mayweather shit, whatever the fuck he be trying to do or whatever that he needed. Because think about this, in that Danny Garcia fight, man, a lot of them overhand right, Danny Garcia was just missing them shots.
Yeah,
I think Danny, if I'm not mistaken, I think Danny Garcia has a 69-inch reach. It's gonna be 5 more inches. You got to worry about, with Terrence Crawford. So he
a lot quicker coming at you because we know Danny Garcia is slow as snails.
Yeah.
So let me ask this, because you did mention something about Spence was backing up in the straight line in the Sean Porter fight, and I know exactly what you're talking about. But Terrence Crawford, you kind of alluded to it earlier, but I kind of wanted to touch back up on that because he does tend to have a tendency or a real bad habit of doing that, bro. And I've seen him get caught in a lot of fights doing it. I think he needs to clean that up heading into tomorrow night. Wouldn't you agree, Mosquito?
Definitely, man. Both guys, man, got some things they need to clean up because tomorrow ain't no playing around. There's a small margin for error for both guys. You know what I'm saying? Because of this explosiveness of both guys, the potential to be explosive, and you know what I'm saying, just to put yourself in a bad position, like because in the event that it does turn out to be some tooth and nail close fight, you get caught off balance or something, or you get caught, with a wild shot and get knocked down or whatever, that can cost you the fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was just about to ask you this, bro. I can't remember who said it. I don't know if it was Antonio Tarver. I was watching the interview earlier today, or maybe it was yesterday, Mosquito. But I heard somebody say, whoever makes the first big mistake could cost them the fight.
Yeah.
To that you say what?
I agree, man, because for instance, like on Crawford's side, you don't want to make that mistake and with a freight train like Spence, because once he get, if you fall behind and he get going and get momentum and confidence because he done caught you with something and dropped you or, or hurt you or whatever the case may be, you know, you may have a hole to climb out of or whatever, and then here you are looking for the knockout, put yourself back at, you know, more in harm's way to try to score a knockout, and the same with Spence. You know what I'm saying? He you know, could get, you know, get himself hurt, and the thing with both of them, you know what I'm saying, it's just trying to avoid the mistakes, and also avoid putting yourself in a position to get hit with big ass shots, man. Man, it's so much on the line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then I also heard in another interview I was watching earlier today, somebody else said that whoever wins the jab battle would most likely win this fight. Do you kind of agree or disagree with that statement?
I mean, I think it'll have an effect on the fight because of the frequency of Spence's jab, and you know, everything with him is off the jab. So one thing that a coach would tell their fighter, when you facing a guy with a jab, you jab with the jabber. You know what I'm saying? You shoot, you punch when he punches, you throw your jab when he throws his. Kind of in a sense, especially with like if Crawford does fight in this fight in the orthodox stance, you know, it'll give him the ability to, in a sense, at least attempt to nullify Spence's jab and work off of Spence's jab. If he can parry the jab and counter over the top of it, or, you know what I'm saying, things like that. And yeah, so it's the jab is gonna be very important, you know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't say who is, especially like just who lands the most is gonna win the fight, but you know, just basically having an effect on the other guy with your jab. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's Spence keeping Crawford off balance and busy with his jab so he can get in and do his work, or Crawford taking away Spence's jab and countering him over the top, making him, you know, a little hesitant or whatever to get, you know, to throw his jab as much.
All right, then. So with that being said, Mosquito Spray, let me ask you this. Can you explain to me and everybody else in the Wood Pack, shout out to y'all, make sure y'all hit that like button as you come through the door. What will be the keys to victory for an Errol Spence tomorrow night?
Key to victory for Errol Spence would be to do what he does best, find a way to get inside, man, and get his hands on Crawford's body, wear him down, and try to set a pace that at some point he won't be able to keep up with. You know what I'm saying? And either, you know, try to break him down physically, or, you know, just outpoint him and outwork him to a decision or whatever. You know what I'm saying? However it comes, but he has to. His fight is on the inside. I just do not see Errol Spence fighting Crawford in the style in which he fought Mikey Garcia on the outside and being successful. You know, he can't. I mean, he has the ability to box. He has the ability to do so, but it does not look as natural as it does when he's fighting, you know, his fight, which you know, again, is on the inside, not mid range, not long range, inside. He has to get inside. And,
I agree, man. I also think, just to piggyback off of your point, bro, I think this fight is going to come down to who can make their adjustments faster on the fly. Like who is going to adapt to whose style. And, you know, I think it's going to be a chess match. I think there might be a couple of times within a few rounds, maybe 2 or 3 rounds, to where they go on chest to chest, maybe on the inside. But for the most part, I think both guys are going to be patient, because it kind of goes back to what I asked you earlier. Whoever make that big mistake, that might be lights out. You feel what I'm saying? With that mentality, it's like Errol Spence and Terrence Bud Crawford has been saying heading into this fight. So with that being said, Mosquito, let me flip it. What is the keys to victory for Terrence Bud Crawford tomorrow night?
I think Crawford, you know, he's going to have to mix things up, man. He's going to have to be smart in box. You know what I'm saying? I think it'll be the easiest way for him. I think the best way for him, it would be to, you know, step around, give angles, half steps back, throwing 2 or 3 shots at a time and moving. You know what I'm saying? Trying to walk Spence into shots and seeing if he can wear them down like that. But I think there are going to come points in this fight, just due to Spence's, you know, his grit and determination or whatever, where he gonna get inside. Crawford's gonna have to fight with him. So and when that comes about, Crawford's gonna have to be able to, you know, he's gonna have to get to Spence's body, which not a lot of people have done. And maybe nobody really. Porter touched his body a little bit,
bit, not enough.
And he's gonna also, because of Spence's high work rate, Crawford's gonna have to punch in between Spence's shots on the inside with shorter shots to catch this guy to his body, to the head. You know what I'm saying? Make him think in there, man.
And make him respect him too.
Yeah, so I think I ought to mix it up. I don't think I just think just because of who these guys are, the way this fight, I see this fight flowing. I think there's gonna be some inside and some outside fighting Crawford gonna have to do at different times in this fight, man, in order to be successful.
Okay, so if you're a Bomac, if you're in Crawford's corner, do you advise him to come out and fight more in an orthodox stance, or would you say he should fight Spence in a southpaw stance the majority of the fight?
It's hard to say because
depending on how the fight goes.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say because there are advantages on both sides. Because from an orthodox stance, he would have the ability to, nullify Spence's jab with his own, and also ability to land that right hand against the southpaw. You know what I'm saying?
Can he throw a check left hook over that jab too that Spence throw if he can time it right? Yep.
Definitely.
Okay, go ahead. My bad.
And then if you think about it from the southpaw stand, like I said, if there's times where he's going to have to get inside, the advantage the southpaw stance will give him, since he's fighting the southpaw, he will be able to fight out of the shoulder roll defense. Roll Spencer's shots, move Spencer in a position, just little subtle things with leverage, and using Spencer's weight and aggression against him to, set up his own little short shots on the inside and be able to work and off in between Spencer's work and hopefully catch him with something. You know what I'm saying? So I think that from an inside standpoint, I think Crawford would be better fighting in the southpaw stance, since because it as a right-handed fighter or whatever, then I would think he'd be opened up more to Spence on the inside as opposed to at the southpaw stance. There's more he could do from a southpaw stance fighting inside Spence. But on the outside, I think it's whatever he's comfortable with, depending on what he sees in there, you know what I'm saying? But both stances have their advantages, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, he could get, counter Spence over the top from the orthodox position over the top of Spence's jab, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So there's numerous things he can do. Or
he could possibly land a straight right hand to his body too, because you mentioned that body earlier. That's another option for him. So do you agree with the Earl sexuals whenever they say that Terrence Bud Crawford is a better fighter out of the southpaw position?
I mean, from what I've seen, man, he does have most success. Like that De'Aaron Jones fight, man. And what was it, round one? Like 30 seconds left in the fight, man. He switched to southpaw and immediately dropped his cat with a right hook. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay. So with that being said, Mosquito, let me ask you this, bro. Why don't he just come out southpaw just to begin with and just say, fuck it, let me just go ahead and get these niggas out the way? Like what is the reasoning behind it?
Just trying to get for himself different looks and also give the other guy different looks. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're facing it, because mouse spar with us, it's when you fight like a switch hitter, man, because once they switch, you gotta switch what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because most people don't like to fight southpaws, right-handed fighter, because it's like looking in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? Right. But when as a southpaw myself, you know what I'm saying? Like a right-handed fighter, I'm keeping both hands up. But when he switched to southpaw, I now have to fight out of the shoulder roll if I want to. You know what I'm saying? It's different. What you have to fight in a different style based on the stance that's in front of you. And he's just trying to get, probably to see how these guys react to what he's doing, to see what openings, he can find, what he can open up on these guys based on their reactions he sees by, let me try to shoot this jab to the body, or let me, shoot to see how he reacts, trying to set up things later on or whatever. Setting traps, because a lot of what Crawford does, man, he sets traps for these guys to land these big shots.
Who do you think has the advantage as far as the trainers heading into tomorrow's night showdown?
Man, it's
Team Crawford, they have three, trainers. They got one head trainer in Bomac, and then they have two assistant trainers. And then you got Derrick James, who, the trainer of the year, reigning. So, I mean, what's your personal opinion on that?
It just depends, man, because I know I seen Crawford was interviewing someone. They asked him about that. He said, because he got three different voices in the corner. He said he thrives in chaos. You know what I'm saying? So that's he's used to it. That's his preference or whatever. As opposed to Spence, you got just Derrick James' voice, and he basically brought him up from from when he was younger or whatever.
Yep.
So it's just what they're used to, man. As far as adjustments and stuff like that, man. I mean, we'll have to see as the fight goes on. You know what I'm saying? Because I think myself, you know what I'm saying? I think it's pretty much even, if you ask me. I don't, I know Derrick James had the accolades and the trophies, just like in the early 2000s, you had Freddie Roach winning Trainer of the Year every year, but Roger Mayweather had the best fighter in the world. You know what I'm saying? So it just, I think it's even.
Hey, I know somebody in the chat that's an Earl sexual is mad as a motherfucker before you say that. They looking like Reggie right now, man. They mad as fuck, bro. Hey, you gotta respect our opinion, man. They looking like this, Mosquito. How dare you say that about Derrick James? All right, man, let me ask you this, bro, because this is why everybody is here. Who are you picking, and why are you picking them? Break it down, Mosquito. Tomorrow night.
Man, I'm picking Crawford, man. It's just so from what they both guys have shown, you know what I'm saying? You hear the thing they say Earl Spence, he was an Olympian. He can obviously box, he can do this, he can do that, but Earl Spence has shown me even when he lost in the Olympics, when he lost, and then when the problems he had with Sean Porter, he has problems with guys that move because similar to like a Triple G or other guys, that are power punchers or body snatchers. He has to have both feet set before he works. You know what I'm saying? He comes in. If it's a fighter, I could say he kind of reminds me of with his style. It ain't the same or whatever, but it's kind of like Winky Wright. You know what I'm saying? A big southpaw, walks around behind a jab.
Yeah. I used to love Winky Wright, bro.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But now Winky wasn't a body snatcher, and he turned your head up all night. You know what I'm saying? But kind of that, walking up with your and then, but a similarity he has to Winky is when Winky would let you work, he'd keep that tight defense and let you work, and then when you stop, then he's working. This is similar to that in that way, as opposed to smooth transition between offense and defense. Rolling a shot and then coming right back with a shot. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that from Spence. You don't see Spence, moving around at angles, landing check hooks on the way out, or fighting going backwards, consistently fighting off the back foot. He does the stuff when he has to, when he's forced to, but his wheelhouse is getting inside and getting his work off and wearing you down through attrition, through a high work rate, through throwing everything hard. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, he's not. I'm not just saying he's Antonio Margarito or nothing like that. He does do subtle things, and the way he pins guys, frames them, and sets up his shots, and he'll even switch. He won't throw the same combination over and over again. He'll feint shots. He'll switch. He'll throw that the hook to the body twice and come back with the left hand, or then do it.
On the Ryan Garcia shit where he threw the same fucking punch 4 times, which led to him being knocked the fuck out by Tank. Okay,
so it can be tricky, and when you wore down and you're tired, and this guy's working at the rate he's working and throwing these hard ass fucking shots, putting his body into every damn thing. You know what I'm saying? And so I can understand how he's doing guys, how he's doing them, but you got a guy, man, that he can move when he needs to. He's not only a boxer, but the motherfucker can punch. You know what I'm saying? He can punch, and he's probably gonna be the hardest punch Spence's face in his career, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? And Crawford can't just go in there and have his way neither. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be hard for both guys, but I think there's gonna come a point, man, because like I said, similar to Mayweather, it took Mayweather a round and a half, take Crawford 3 to 4 rounds to say this is the timing, man. Once he sets that shit, the fight is fucking over. And it might take a little longer because he's in there with elite guys, like similar, like you remember when Mayweather fought Pacquiao. Round 4, he got caught with that left hand over the top. It took him a little longer to get his shit together.
Scale up and then shake his head like, nigga, you ain't do shit. Start walking his ass back down. Yep. I remember.
Yeah, so there might be some moments in there where it might take Crawford a little longer to get comfortable, man. But I think once he gets what he, like I said, stepping around, landing 2 3-punch combinations, and I think this is just gonna come a point like Spence getting ahead of himself, getting impatient, revving it up. I just think he's gonna walk into something, man. And I just don't know if he can take this shit all night. But and then the other thing is that I'm betting on Spence's heart. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think if he gets hurt, he's gonna shy away and just lose a decision. I think he's gonna try to, keep coming. You know what I'm saying? So I just think the way these styles mesh up, man. Spence has to get inside. He's at a foot and hand speed disadvantage. He's at a reach disadvantage. He is not the superior boxer in this fight. He can box, yeah, he can box. By definition, he can box, but he is not the superior boxer in this fight, man. His wheelhouse is getting on the inside, and now he boxes on the way in or whatever with his jab. But you know what I'm saying? He mostly it's the double jab, the looping left hand, then he comes back to the body. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I just don't, you know what I'm saying?
It's very repetitious in my honest opinion. And I think once Bud picks up on his rhythm and his pattern and the way he lean his head whenever he's trying to paw with that jab to get on the inside, I think he's just gonna start teeing off on him, bro. I think that fight, like Earl might very well be up in that fight, 4 rounds to 2? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
5 rounds to 3. But I just think in the end, Bud gonna catch him with some shit that he don't see, and we already know. I know Earl called himself the shark. He's the big fish, and whenever he smells blood, he goes in for the kill. But so does Terrence Bud Crawford.
Yeah.
So does Bud. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
And the other thing, man, that I'm kind of getting leaning towards, man, based on these press conferences, based on just how they've been talking, I think Crawford got a point to prove, man. I really think he do. I think he feel like he need to prove because you keep hearing how this guy's going to run him over and he's a bigger, stronger man and all this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? At that, like I said, these guys, even before I saw the weigh-in today, these guys is not a big side scripter, man. And I know Big Fish, he probably laughing right now, but we still don't know for a fact that Earl Spence is going to be the stronger man in that ring tomorrow night. You don't know that. I mean,
we don't,
because it's still a question whether or not. I mean, even though their bodies look good or whatever, it's still a question whether or not he's struggling to make that weight. You know what I'm saying? You can hire all the nutritionists and experts and all this shit you want, but you know what I'm saying? He still got to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? He has to put his body through that shit. He's been doing that shit for 10 years now. You know what I'm saying? And that shit gets harder and harder as you get older. He's entering his mid-30s. You know what I'm saying? Crawford, on the other hand, is he can eat what he wants
and work that weight class, bro. He feeling out.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Spence, by waiting 5 freaking years, he let Crawford, grow into the weight. Crawford now you can consider him a big welterweight now. You know what I'm saying? He's not a small weight, bro. Yeah, he's not a small guy anymore, man. And so with that said, man, I think like I said, I think. The way I see this shit going, man, I think Spence, he ain't that all that I'm stepping. That's bullshit. He ain't stepping for no opening.
That's what he said, Mosquito. He said he's stepping from round 1.
Yeah, he can say that all day.
That's what he said.
I think the first 1 or 2 rounds are gonna be kind of fill out, boxing a little bit, and nip and tuck, kind of close rounds, whatever. Then they're gonna get into their thing. And I think, like I said, I think Crawford's gonna be doing some stepping around, boxing on the outside, frustrating Spence. And Spence gonna have his moments, man. I mean, it's not just gonna be a one-sided beat down one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? I think Spence gonna land some shots. I mean, one of them might get dropped for the first time in their career. You know what I'm saying? Within the first 4 or 5 rounds. And I just think it's gonna come a point, man, where Crawford is gonna start separating himself. And then the other part I was saying, where the point to prove thing, I think there's gonna come a point where Crawford, when he feel like he got Spence a little, whether weakened or caught him with a few shots, I think Crawford gonna get inside, man, and fight this guy inside a little bit, man. I think he's gonna try to prove a point, man, that he can fight. He got a little bit of arrogance to him.
They listen to everything, bro. He
Yeah,
gonna try to go out there and prove a point. I hope it don't go, work against his favor, because we know Bud has that dog in him. He got that Kobe in him to where he want to prove some shit. He gonna go out there and try to do it. I hope that don't
yeah.
be the detriment, of him winning. But my bad, go ahead, bro.
Nah, you good. And like I said, and when he does that, he's gonna, like I said, he's gonna get to Spencer's body. He's gonna have to punch in between Spencer's work. You know what I'm saying? And catch this cat with something, man. Get him off balance and possibly hurt him, man. And I don't. All this, judges from this fight and that. I don't think none of that shit matters. This fight is not going the distance. I don't see it going the distance.
Yeah.
Uh,
And I hope it don't go to distance, because I don't even want to have to deal with the conspiracies and I knew this and I knew. I don't even want to hear that shit tomorrow night, bro.
yeah. I don't. Yeah, and I think, man. I'm gonna say, since it's my number, man. It's my number. I'm gonna call 10th round stoppage by Terrence Crawford, man.
Yeah, I got to go in 10 or 11 rounds, bro. I'm leaning more towards 11 because Earl is a dog. I give him credit. But did you see this interview right here, right after the weigh-in?
With Spence? Nah, I didn't.
Yeah, right
Yeah,
here. Yeah, he looks good physically. I'm not saying that he was struggling to make weight. I think he looks phenomenal. I'm gonna be honest, bro. But I
yeah.
just don't like how he keep harping on this negotiation
Oh
shit.
yeah, I did see that shit. Yeah, I saw
Oh,
that.
I
Yeah,
made this happen. You should thank me.
yeah,
Why would I thank you? First of all, it takes two to tango. So even if you wanted to fight all of a sudden, Earl, nigga, I had to accept the terms and negotiate and do everything by reaching out to you first and trying to get hit. Like, I was trying to make this fight as well. So I'm not about to bow down and clip your toenails and massage your shoulders just because we had the final weigh in. Like, what is this shit all about, Mosquito?
yeah. That's crazy. Emotions. You know what I'm saying? He's still
Super emotional.
caught up on this shit or whatever. Just at this point, man. The fight is heard. You agree to this shit. Shut up about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, you know what this shit starting to remind me of, bro? It's very reminiscent of Ryan Kardashian, Oops, I Meant Garcia, with his capping ass, because he was bitching and moaning and whining about the terms of the contract. But hey, you accepted the B side and the catch weight. So don't come to the podium whining and moaning, saying you can't drink water and you can't do this, and you like, nigga, you agreed to it, bro. Even though I thought it was weak on Tank's bad, but you agreed
yeah,
to it. Same goes for Earl.
yeah, yeah. And man, the other thing, man, about this fight, man.
Hmm?
And Errol Spence is an excellent fighter, man. He is one of the best fighters of this generation. He's one of the, before Crawford came to weight class, it was no doubt who the top welterweight was, who the boss of the division was. I just think, man, and I've been trying to tell your brother this for years, man.
Shout out to the
I,
gentleman. Yep.
I think, man, and I'm not, I'm not no, I know I'm a buddy or whatever, but I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I just think these guys on two different, I think it's different levels. I think that shit is gonna show them all night, man. I think Crawford's on a different level from Errol Spence, man. I really do. And I mean, like I said, I don't think it's gonna be like Mayweather got it like that. You know what I'm saying? But
That was
I think I really do think there's gonna come a point in this fight where he's gonna start separating himself, and it's gonna prove everybody, the people that still doubt, it's gonna prove them wrong. Because your brother been telling me, man, I just don't see it. I just don't see it or whatever. But he somehow sees it with Earl Spence. He sees a elite, a generational talent or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I understand, Big Fish, Ayo, all y'all. I know y'all can hear me, man. I understand he's from the city.
Man, cute.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I understand he's from the city. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, cool. But man, they can say all the Dallas sayings they want. They can put on all the Oak Cliff shirts they want. But he getting his ass whooped tomorrow, man. I'm sorry.
He going to sleep, bro. He going to sleep.
He in there with a better.
You know what, Mosquito? As much as I see this whole time, like this whole entire time, I've been popping my shit the way I pop my shit, bro. When we've been doing these live streams and panels for 4 hours, 5 hours, sometimes talking shit. I wanted Bud to knock Earl out cold, right? But for some odd reason today, something just came. I just had an epiphany. I want Derrick James to have to stop this fucking fight. I want the trainer of the year to have to throw in the fucking towel since he want to break out the Cheeto bags and the Big Macs. I want his big, goofy, scoop ball head looking ass to throw in the fucking towel to save Earl Spence Jr., bro. I don't want him to go to sleep. I want him to get beat the fuck up because wouldn't it be funny, Mosquito, for Earl Spence, how he been saying, oh, I'm going to break his will spiritually, mentally, spiritually, damn near even physically. Wouldn't it be funny if Bud did that shit to him, bro? Wouldn't that shit be funny?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what I want now, bro. I don't even want him to go to sleep. I just want Bud to beat him the fuck up to where Derrick James got to throw in the towel, bro. The same for the rematch. That's what I want.
Yeah. I think all these years, all the insults and you know, the low balling and the trying to big bro him and all that shit, man. I think he's taking all that shit out the mouth.
On that shit.
Yeah, man. And you could see it yesterday at the when they had the last press conference. Crawford was, you know, he was up there moose-sawing and shit at the goddamn table and shit.
Boy was hot, boy. I could have fried some turkey bacon on his nose. I mean, god damn, bud. Calm down, man. Calm down, bud. Go ahead, my bad.
Yeah, he just looked like he's ready, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, so does Spence, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, I just think it is two different levels of talent, man. Two different levels of boxing mastery. You know what I'm saying? There is a reason this guy is where he is. There's a reason that he's at the top of, you know, different people's pound for pound list. There's a reason Teddy Atlas says he has the best instincts he's ever seen. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know what I'm saying? It's just some things, man. I just, like I said, Earl Spence, his
I said there's some shit that you just can't teach. He's a generational talent. He's a transcendent boxer, bro.
Yeah, and then, you know, like I said, Earl, and the way Earl Spence has to win this fight, man, it played right into Terrence Crawford, man. Because Spence has to walk through some shit to get in there, man. I just don't see him.
How much can his jaw take? I don't know.
Yeah, and his fan base, because he's taking shots from Ugas or Porter or goddamn Fiorello Greco or whatever, that Terrence Crawford not going to be able to hurt him. That's what they're thinking. And he's just going to walk inside and break every bone in Terrence Crawford's body. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you just said Phil fucking LaGreco. I mean, please don't make me fart. Please don't make. What has he ever done in the sport of boxing? But go ahead. I'm up. Phil LaGreco. But his resume, it's just Hall of Fame stat. I don't get it.
Yeah, man, and just the arrogance, you know what I'm saying, to think, you know, I'm just gonna do the same thing to this guy that I've done to everyone else. He's not gonna be able to stop me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
gamesmanship though, Mosquito. Do you think they just trying to do that to entice Bud into a back and forth rock'em sock'em type of fight? Do you think that's what they do?
Possibly, but because they know that's their only chance, because that's coupled with the fact that that's all they can do to win the fight. You know what I'm saying? So they need him to engage in that, because it will give Spence. Because I do believe, as good as Crawford, you know, as crafty as he is on the inside, his ability to, you know, shorten his shots and things of that nature, like, you know, like against my man Avaneson or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Despite all that, I do still consider Spence to be the superior fighter on the inside. I will say that, and until I see different, you know, I'm gonna say that. So of course, they want Crawford to. Oh no, he's not gonna break. You know, I'm gonna show him or whatever. You know, just a machismo type of fight. You know what I'm saying? They want that. They won't. I'm sure they won't Hagler Hearns. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
they do.
Crawford is too smart, and the bigger the stage, the sharper he is. You know what I'm saying? And this is the biggest of stages, man. And I just think he's been waiting all this time for this shit, man. He ain't, you know, and his goddamn mama birthday. Derrick James talked to him, you know, tell your mama not to bring her dancing shoes. He tabulating all that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And all the insults to Bo Mac, he hear all that shit.
Bullets,
you know what I'm saying?
Material, Mosquito. You know we huge football fans, bro. And one thing I want to give an NFL team on Sunday or Monday or Thursday night is bulletin board material.
Right, and you don't want to give and you don't want to give this hothead, you know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
That's like I ain't, of course, not kiss his ass, whatever, man. I think they done just pouring gasoline on the fire, man, and making it worse, man. And like I said, Spence, he's nothing to be played with neither, man. He has a chance to win this goddamn fight. I'm not gonna say he don't, but I just think if things play out like, you know, if you put their attributes and, you know, height, weight, reach, and the ability, you know, their different abilities and things into a computer, man, I just think Crawford has has more, man. He has more he can do. What is Spence gonna do if his jab is taken away? What then what? You know what I'm saying?
I think that's the biggest question mark in this fight, bro. If he can't work off of his jab, what is going to be his plan B and C?
Yeah, because on top of that, on top of Crawford not wanting to just get in the shootout, Spence don't either. Because Crawford is a goddamn sharpshooter, and his, you know, the thing, and another thing I didn't mention.
Yeah, good.
Another similarity with Crawford, man, similar to, and I'm not saying it's him or whatever, but he's similar to Manny Pacquiao in the way that he's knocking these guys out with shots that they're not seeing from weird angles and shit. You know, like that juke or whatever against Kell Brook. You know what I'm saying? That half jab hook or the uppercut with he caught Benavidez with. You know, there's numerous times he's done this stuff, man. He's hurting these guys because they're not seeing these shots, and he's able to create power from weird angles. Like he's able to create power, without both feet firmly set on the ground. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's so scary about him, bro.
Yeah.
That's what's so scary about him, bro. That attribute alone, to where he can throw some unorthodox shit and hit you, and he ain't even at full strength. It's kind of similar to Tank.
Yeah, and with them long
Tank caught Rolly with, he didn't even load up on that shot in the center of the fucking ropes.
Right, and then the other thing, man, with Crawford with them long fucking arms, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a goddamn octopus. You don't know where these shots gonna come from. You know what I'm saying? And Spence has to be very careful. He can't do that shit where he's, getting front foot heavy, trying to hurry up and get in there and rush the man and get to man. He got to take his goddamn time behind that stick, man, and set his shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless, I think he got to take a little something on the way in every now and then, but if he want to be successful, man, he can't rush himself like he's doing Porter and Ugas and shit, man. That he's in there with a guy that can get you out of there. If he gets you hurt, man, this shit is over with. You know what I'm saying? And I just think it's just a lot to ask for Spence, man, to walk through a fucking minefield to get to this man over and over again. Because Crawford gonna be making him reset, man. He gonna make him pick his feet up and follow him around. Because Spence has to be set to throw his shots. If he can keep this guy off balance, keep turning him, walking him in the shots, because Spence get impatient. He trying to get to you. He makes it ugly at times. His work gets ugly. And the other thing about Spence, another thing. Now, both of these guys, they have gas tanks, but the thing that nobody mentions is all these motherfuckers get tired, man. You remember when they interviewed Andre Berto some years ago? He was recounting this fight with Mayweather, and he was talking about how when they were inside, he like, I heard this motherfucker took a deep breath. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. He said Mayweather how to study how he breathed and shit like that. Yep, I remember.
Right, and the thing and what that lets me know is all it is, man. These guys know they can still fight and be sharp when they're tired. And the thing with Spence, man, his engine keeps going while these guys theirs is going downhill because of the shots he's putting on them and wearing them down. But the thing with him, his technique gets sloppy as he gets tired. Yeah, he's still coming, but his hands ain't always up. His feet ain't always in the right position. He ain't always bringing his footwork with him. He's getting over his front feet. He's getting out of position. He's getting in no man's land. That kind of stuff is going on as the fight goes on. He's trying to get to his man. And he's there to be hitting. Crawford has scored some late round knockouts. You know what I'm saying? And I just think this ain't gonna be no different, man. I think Spence is gonna walk into something, man, because that's what he does. You know what I'm saying? When you get in the fight, you're gonna revert to who you are. You know what I'm saying? At some point. Yeah. And I think who Spence is, man, is going to play right into the hands of Crawford, man, in this fight. Styles make fights, man, and I think that I think this is a bad style matchup for Earl Spence.
And that's why they've been prolonging this motherfucking fight. And Derrick James said something that was very telling today on the Porterway podcast. Shout out to the Porterway podcast. He said something, one of the reasons why they did this whole easier route shit. Of course, he didn't say the easy route, but we know that's what it was because that's what Earl said. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. He said it was preparing them for this moment to go up against a guy like Terrence Crawford, who does everything like a Danny Garcia, like a Kell Brook, like a Sean Porter. He basically said Terrence Crawford is all them guys wrapped into one. So that kind of piggybacks off of your point to where, hey man, this is a bad matchup for Errol Spence because this nigga, he struggled against Kell Brook. He struggled against Sean Porter. And I mean, you know, the Danny Garcia fight, he beat the shit out of him and he beat the dog shit out of Ugas. But there were moments in that Ugas fight to where we was like, well, damn, is Errol Spence the same fighter? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you go in here with Crawford, with a guy like Derrick James said, he does everything. It's gonna be hard for Errol, man. I just been listening to Errol, like I don't think like if he lose this fight, Mosquito, I don't think it's gonna pain him to lose this fight. It's basically what I'm trying to say. But if Crawford lose, it's gonna be devastating, bro. That's why I don't see him losing, bro. It's his mentality.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to kill that dude, bro.
Yeah. And a thing I want to point out to whoever listening, man, Errol Spence, go the Ugas fight. These three points, go check these points out. The last 30 seconds of round 3, the 2:35 mark of round 4, and the 2:35 mark of round 5. And that'll tell you everything you need to know. That's his most recent work.
Say that again, because you know some of these Earl sexuals, these niggas can't listen or read, you know. So
yeah, the last 30 seconds of round 3, the 2:minute 35-second mark of round 4, and the 2:minute 35-second mark of round 5. And you'll see what I'm talking about with Spence, man. This is early in the fight before he, get tired into that shit. You know what I'm saying? And you can see the clear mistakes that I'm talking about, man. This guy, he's fighting the guys he's been fighting. He's been able to get away with this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or when he does get touched, they don't have the power to affect him in the way that I think Crawford will.
Mosquito, this video right here is what I was talking about earlier whenever you was doing your breakdown. Look at this. Yeah. This is one of the scenarios right here, bro. Boom, touched him right there. Look, Spence. Look at
him. His eyes ain't even on. He ain't even on Ugas. You see that?
Look, bro.
He's looking down at the floor.
Boom, got hit again. Bam. Like, bro, you can't do that against Terrence Crawford. You can't. He took it like a champ. Shout out to Earl, but he better clean this shit up, bro.
See that super macho man shit. You see him was overextended with that left hand, man. He committed to it.
This is no man's land. See, ladies and gentlemen in the Woodpack, and can y'all please hit the goddamn like button? It's 146 people in here. We really appreciate y'all. Well, 157 now. With 75 likes. Can y'all do y'all due diligence and hit the goddamn like button for the historian for taking time out of his busy schedule to come on and pop his shit and to spread knowledge on the YouTube boxing community? Can y'all pretty please hit the goddamn like button? Somebody just hit the dislike button. Hit the goddamn like button, man. Mosquito, look at this shit. They don't want to hear the truth, but it's cool. Look at this.
Yeah, man.
This is no man's land, bro. This is overextending. This is getting sloppy. All of the points that Mosquito Spurs been making.
Look at the body open right there. You see that, man? I'm talking about, man.
Example, bro.
Yeah. Just completely, because he committed. He throwing himself off balance as hard as he throwing these shots, putting his whole body in them. You know what I'm saying?
And he did that a lot against the Jordanis Ugas, bro. He did this a lot. Jordanis Ugas was just missing, or he wasn't even trying to punch. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Even in round 10, when he was beating the shit out, he was still fucking up bad. You know what I'm saying? When he was beating the shit out of Ugas, he was still doing, making plenty of mistakes.
Oh yeah, he beat the shit out of him. Yes, sir. Yeah, he did his thing, but man, it was a lot of opportunities that Jordanis Ugas didn't capitalize on, bro. And I just think when you're fighting a natural counterpuncher who wants you to come in lunging for it so he can bait you into them half-step uppercuts and jukes and, you know what I'm saying, check right hooks or check left hooks, depending on how he want to fight you, man, you're going to be in for a long night, bro. You're going to be in for a long night. I got Earl getting stopped or going to sleep. That's just me. In rounds 11, in round 10 or 11. That's how I see the fight playing out, Mosquito.
Yeah, I agree, man. I just don't think he'll be able to take them shots all night. And then another thing, I'm not going to make no excuse for no goddamn car wreck or none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is.
Right? You know we're going to
it is what it is on that. All I will say is he seems to be the last few fights he seems to be affected when he's getting touched. You know, the Porter fight, he got buzzed a few times. Ugas fight, you know, of course he got buzzed with the mouthpiece thing or whatever. And Ugas, I think Ugas made him uncomfortable to the body a couple times in that fight too.
He did. I think that was in round 8 or some. Maybe I think it was either round 8 or 9. Hey, Earl don't like getting hit to the body, but who does? But Earl really don't like getting hit to the body. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so man, I can't wait, man.
Man, I can't wait for all you motherfuckers.
And I'm telling you, man, just like Holmes,
I can't wait.
just like back in '86, how when Holmes said to Cooney, "It's just me and you and her, and you can't call the police."
Hey, Mosquito Spray, I appreciate you for coming on tonight, man, and breaking this down for the audience, man. Shout out to the Woodpack. I hope everybody enjoyed this breakdown. I know it's going to be a lot of naysayers in the chat that's just, you know, because we fuck with a lot of Earl Spence fans. I mean, contrary to what a lot of people may or may not believe, but a lot of the niggas that come on my panel are Earl Spence fans. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of them dudes that's going to come on here and get at you or get at me for our personal opinion and on our pick. And we welcome all that shit. We love y'all, man. We just don't agree on shit. And that's cool. It makes for a better show. But Mosquito, man, I don't know if you're going to hang tight, bro. I'm going to read some comments. I don't know if you wanted to answer some questions or if you want me to bring somebody on one by one and let them ask you some shit. If you got time, just let me know. If not, cool. I'm going to drop the link and let some other people come on the rock. It's totally up to you, my brother.
Yeah, have the flow, man. I'm here, man. How you want to do it? I'm here.
Okay, then, man. Hey, let me read some of these comments, but can y'all hit the goddamn like button? Can y'all put some Coach K, Duke Full Court pressure on that like button? And if you want to donate to the channel, the Cash App is Yeah, I Said It, E3. Once again, it's Yeah, I Said It, E3. And please hit that goddamn like button. But back to the comments I go. Let me get to the top. Shout out to everybody in this bitch, man. And the Wolf chat was popping. Hold on, y'all. Just bear with me. All right, man. So this is what we gonna do. Shout out to 2 Up, 2 Down, man. He said, fam, did you see Plant smack fire out of Charlo? Then his girlfriend got them beats by Dre. Laughing emojis. Yeah, I saw that, man. Shout out to D Young, man. My partner, he hit me up. He said, man, hey, Plant just slapped Charlo. I said, huh? Man, he sent me that video. I was so goddamn happy because y'all know I hate the Charlo. I don't like nothing about either Charlo. And they just do a lot of talking and capping, and they just think they super tough, Mosquito. I don't like nothing about them niggas, bro. Did you happen to see that stuff?
Yeah, he caught that ball with like a leaping left hook or something.
Matter of fact, let me pull that shit up because that shit was, oh my God, that made my night. That was the perfect segue into the showdown tomorrow night. Let me see this shit. Appreciate that 2 Up, 2 Down. Here it go right here. And then this is what I was tricked. Can you see it, Mosquito?
Yeah.
Okay, let me remove this comment. Yeah, so this is my thing, though. This is the second time one of these niggas that got smacked, right? And they didn't do nothing. Like the first time, Jamel got smacked by Jared Hurd, correct?
Yeah.
Jamal was in front of Hurd. He had a drink in his hand. Instead of throwing a drink in the nigga face or pushing him or smacking him back, he put his drink down and pulled his pants up like he about to do something. Bro just got slapped. And you didn't do that shit. And here we are on the biggest motherfucking fight, the eve of the biggest fucking fight, where everybody in the fight in Vegas. You get smacked by Plant of all people? Are you fucking kidding me? And you didn't do nothing? Nothing? Yep. He walked off. Look.
Yeah, walking back until security came in.
Bro, what is this? Where's all that macho shit that they be talking? Where's all this Houston, Texas shit that they be talking, Mosquito? I fucking wait.
Yeah, them boys, man. They need to sit. Jamal, he needs to. I still don't know how to do it. Still a damn world champion.
Man, he's taking all kind of L's. He's taking L's outside of the ring. I don't even want to get into his personal shit, but apparently she got beat down by her sister-in-law.
Yeah, I saw that, man. Yeah, it was ugly too.
What the fuck is going on with the Charlos? But anyway, shout out to 2 Up and 2 Down. I'm gonna leave it up here, man. Why not? What up to Minnesota Rondo? He said, I was just gonna say that. Yeah, man. Shout out to you, man. That boy smacked the fire out of his fucking man. Laid the smackdown on his Rudy Poo candy ass. I love it. Shout out to Dijon, man. He said, Spence don't give Crawford no credit. He talk about him behind his back, so disrespectful. That's why Mike Tyson put him in his place about that Porter versus Bud. Earl act like a female. Hey, man. Emotion, bro. I got on his ass last night about that shit. You said you was picking Crawford. Porter. Why you say that? I mean, Sean Porter didn't look that good. He looked horrible. Nigga, what? He landed a career high punches, but somehow he looked horrible, mosquito spray. Make that make sense. Boy, go through.
Yeah.
Just because he didn't stop him, he looked horrible. Come on, man. But that's what he do. He always try to downplay everybody else's achievements and victories just to prop his up. That's what he is. But hey, man, that's real Spence, man. Y'all rock with that shit. It is what it is. What up to Jay? He said Spence ripped Bud out the plastic. Now he's acting brand new, humble that then a B. Team Bud has been disrespectful over the years, and Bud is humble as a bitch now. Where's that Bud calling EJ a bitch? I mean, hey, man, I don't think Bud is being humble. I just think he's being professional. We seen the man energy yesterday. We damn sure saw his energy today, mosquito spray. So, I mean, hey, everybody can talk their opinion, kind sir. But let me check on these likes. Let me go ahead and drop this link because I ain't trying to be on here all goddamn night. I'm hungry as fuck. All right, man, the link is now in the chat. But before y'all click on that link, let me go over the panel etiquette because this is extremely important. All right, so rule number one, man, make sure y'all turn y'all camera on so I can authenticate who you are, and then you can cut it off or you can leave it on. It's totally up to you today. But tomorrow, everybody turning their cameras on, and we going to keep the motherfuckers on all night. Rule number two, please mute your audio until I introduce you to the panel. Rule number three, you will have 2 minutes to speak. Once that timer goes off, I got to pass the motherfucking mic so we can get the open panel. Rule number four, one of the most important rules, please don't dominate the show because once again, this is my show, not your fucking show. And you have to be mindful of everybody want to make their opinions. And if somebody got smoke with somebody else, fall the fuck back, be patient, and then you chime in and get in where you fit in like you at your motherfucking local barbershop. Factsy Thriller, big facts. Rule number five, and this is very important as well. Please don't mention any of these other motherfucking YouTubers on my shit. Because if you do, it's a $25 cash app fee. No exceptions. If you can't send me my motherfucking money, I'm kicking you off because that's paid promotion. And I don't fuck with them niggas because they don't fuck with me, right? And rule number six, which is very important. Please respect the host and my fucking guests. I repeat, please respect the host and my motherfucking guests, which is the people that come on my panel. Now, I'm going to go in the order in which y'all came. I see you, Drake. I see you, Goldie Loke. I saw you, Boxing Nerd. Big Mark, cut your camera on. Run, cut your camera on. I appreciate you, Big Mark. I see you. What's popping? Run, cut your cam on, fam. All right, man. So we're going to do this. We are going to go out to Boxing Nerd 101 from Canada. You're live on the chat with the pack. Holla at me, bro. What's popping? You got 2 minutes.
What's good, E3?
Appreciate y'all.
You can hear me good, E3?
Yes, sir. You sound crispy, my brother. How are you?
All right. I aim to sound crispy. I'm good. How you doing?
Hey, man. I'm crazy. You can't tell, boy. I'm so ready. I'm ready to fight. You feel
Yeah. Oh, man. I'm excited, bro. I'm super excited. Did you hear the news about Bud missing weight by a pound? And
I heard that bullshit, man. It was a rumor created by somebody else. Of course, we know the boogeyman ain't gonna miss weight.
Okay. Because that got me scared, man. That got me too scared, bro.
Bro, that was just cap to get y'all scared. I mean,
Yeah,
even
man,
though,
that's probably
bro, I'm a Spence
fan.
I'm riding with Spence, and I'm gonna tell you, I knew that was cap when I saw.
Oh, okay. We'll get into that in open panel, but appreciate you for coming on again, E3. That's two news this week. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm happy you could be able to come on, bro. Like, yes, I understand families first, but we appreciate the sacrifice you make to come on and entertain us, you know. So I'm just excited for this fight, man. I'm ready for everybody else to talk. So that's all I gotta say, man.
Go ahead and give us your prediction, Boxing Nerd. You got one.
Oh, you already know.
You know, some niggas on YouTube that flip flop, they done went to the other side. So
nah, here's the thing.
Hold your peace. Every man has the right to change their mind. In my general big fish voice, once new information is presented, you seen both fighters at the weigh-in. You seen how they was looking. We saw how they was talking. Who are you picking and why? Go ahead.
So I am picking Terrence T-Bud Crawford.
T-Town, cut your cam on, man.
I'm picking him in the 9 to 11, just because he has too many tools, man. He's been watching Earl for years, and from his debut to his 28th fight, we've only seen a little bit of improvement from Earl. It's been the same thing over and over and over and over again. And anyhow, Terrence lose, I'll be disappointed, just because of we see all his everything Earl has to offer, and we see everything you have to offer in T-Butt. And I just think he has more, man. He has more of everything. All this, he's bigger. Oh, he has the size. He has the weight. He's a bigger puncher. So-called bigger puncher. The last person he's dropped was Blue Porter. That was in 2019. And he didn't even knock him out. Porter took one glove to the floor. Not even. He didn't drop him properly. It was one glove, slightly touched the floor. But you're the biggest puncher? Yeah, okay.
I got you down. I got a notepad. I'm jotting down all this shit. I don't want nobody coming on tomorrow night capping saying that they said this and they really didn't say shit. So
exactly.
Boxing, just to make sure I'm correct, you got Bud winning in rounds 9 through 11.
Yes, sir. Or just a win. One of the two.
Just a win. I got you. All right, Boxing Nerd, let me pass the mic, my brother. All right, going out to run. You're live on the chat with the pack. You got 2 minutes, bro. Talk to me.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. What's good? What's going on?
Hey, man, it's going to be Bud, and it's going to be a short night, my boy.
How many rounds?
Man, I'm thinking inside of 6. You feel me? It might go to 5. It might go to 6, but it's going to be a short night. You feel me? Errol Spence don't do shit better than Bud Crawford.
Not wait a minute, you don't even hold on. You don't even think he fights better on the inside than Bud? Hey, I think your phone cutting out, man. What you say?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You said yes or no to the inside.
Yeah. No, I was saying he not better on the inside because all of that goofy shit he do to get to the inside. You feel me?
Okay.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. I'm listening.
Yeah. No, so he don't really even. Errol don't got no inside game for real. He throw that little jab he do, then he get into a little high guard shell or whatever, and then he'll try to bang. And then I see the nigga target people to the nuts, man. Like he literally targets people to the groin. You feel me? His inside work is overrated. His jab is overrated. I just seen the weigh-in. Terrence honestly looked bigger than him, if you asking me. He looked like he a little more cut up and got a little more just definition on him. You feel me? And there's nothing that Errol Spence can do to really stop Terrence Crawford from doing what he want to do, other than, you know what I'm saying, hit him in the nuts. You feel me? Like, I don't see Terrence Crawford move his feet better. He's faster. He has better timing.
Hey, Ron, not to cut you off, man. Hey, it's been 2 minutes, bro. I got to pass the mic. Before I do that, man, shout out to my guy, my day one, man, D-Town motherfucking Blaster, for sending me that Cash App donation. I appreciate your love and support, man, and you already know how we coming, man. I got to get you right, fam. Where my shit at? Hit it! Get a black, 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 fuck him up, then what, turn up, then what, all right, man, going out to my guy, Big Mark. You're live on the chat with Go Thriller. Talk to me, bro. You got 2 minutes, man.
Man, A-Thriller panel, what's the word, man? Blessings to you boys today.
Yes, sir, peace.
Hey, man, we just got to wake up, fellas. We just got to wake up. That's it, fool. Like, I mean, I get what everybody's saying. T-Bud Crawford. Hey, man. Hey, look, bro. I tried to say this last night. If he can't land that so-called knockout shot y'all are talking about, boy, it's going to be a long-ass night. And I believe it's going to be a long-ass night. That's why I'm taking my money pick is Earl by decision.
Okay.
My big money pick is Earl stopping him in round 11.
Okay, so Earl in 12. Okay, and then
Yeah,
okay.
Earl in 12, but I mean, he could freak out and knock the nigga out in 9. We never know. I mean, we really don't know what's gonna happen. That shit could go either way. Like, I'm just happy the fight is here.
Right. Okay, then, Big Mark, man. Did you have anything else you wanted to add about the weigh-in today? Did you see something? Did you body language or anything? You got 50 seconds left.
Okay, the weigh-in. I thought they was being weenies at the weigh-in, if you ask me.
You didn't like it?
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't like it at all. They were supposed to be getting into it. God damn it, we fight tomorrow. Somebody's supposed to get muffed. Where is the Caleb Plant energy? That's what I'm talking about. Where is the Caleb Plant energy, my nigga?
Yeah.
That's
Earl told Bud he should thank him. I didn't like that. Like, nigga, what the fuck I'm gonna be thanking you for? We're about to fight in less than 24 hours.
Man, look, I didn't like that. I didn't like what Earl said today. I don't like what Bud did yesterday. So at this point, man, it's just like, man, you know what? Both you niggas being some weenies right now. So hurry up and fight so we can move on to this Canelo and Charlo shit.
All right, man. Let me go ahead and pass the mic, Big Mark. Let me go out to Goldie Low. You're live on the chat with the pack. Talk to me, bro. What's poppin'?
What's up, little bro?
Oh, man. It's almost fight time, my brother. You got 2 minutes. Pop your shit.
Mosquito spray, what's going on, my brother? Good analyze tonight, my man.
Appreciate it, bro.
E.
Yes, sir.
Did you check that out? What I text you last night?
I didn't really understand your text, Mr. Golden, but General Big Fish gave me some context behind it, and yeah, I didn't know what you was talking about, though.
Okay, then. Yeah, because last night I got off you. I was scrolling and it popped up last night. That's why I told you to go back and yeah. But anyhow.
Yeah, you didn't send me no video though, Mr. Golden. You know you got receipts, man.
But I didn't have time to download no video like that. E. Next time I do it though, I'll see your video next time.
Okay, then appreciate it. All right, man. So we can figure Mr. Golden why. I'm writing this shit down. Go ahead.
I want to brought my new suit today for a funeral tomorrow.
You ain't shit, man.
Huh?
You ain't shit, man.
Yeah, I went to the mall and bought a new suit. I bought a big fish suit, because that nigga ain't gonna sleep tomorrow. I hate to say it, y'all. I hate to be, brother, bad news and shit, man. But that's what the shit can happen, man. I mean, let's be for real, man. This man, he ain't got nothing for Bud. It's gonna be entertaining fight while it lasts. You feel what I'm saying? But I think Bud just a little too much for him. That's gonna be too much headache, man. I mean, shit. But I'm trying to find out why in the hell Charlo shut that nigga like that. That's what I'm trying. I mean, why Plant shut Charlo like that?
He said something about don't touch his face or something. But let me ask you this before we get to that real quick, before I pass the mic. What round do you got Earl going to sleep in so I can write this down?
I told you from the beginning, Earl going in 6. Earl in 6.
Okay, so you got Bud in 6. Okay, I got you. I just want to make sure.
Yeah,
all right, you pass the mic, man, so we can hurry up and get back to
bro.
All right, man, going out to Dre from Southwest Philly. You're live on the chat with Go Thriller. Talk to me, bro. What's poppin'?
Oh man, shout out to the panel. Shout out to E Thriller, man. Man, I'm excited, man. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. It's been a lot of trash talk over the years. You pulling for Bud, you pulling for Spence. Sometimes you start to like the skill set of the guys, and you start to like the personality of the guys, and you feel like that's the person you advocating for. That's your champion. So I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm definitely emotionally invested into this thing, man. I'm nervous. You would think I'm about to fight over here and shit. Palm sweating and shit, man. Hope I get some sleep tonight, But I'm definitely pulling for Bud, man. I think Bud gonna stop him in between the 7th and the 9th round. I just think Earl too basic. You know what I mean? I think he too slow. I think his reaction every time is just all off. I mean, we know it's off. Derek James, 51 years old, and he was able to catch him with a hook, man. So I think Bud gonna hit him with some body shots he ain't never felt before. When he coming with that aggression, Bud gonna be turning him, hitting him, then coming back to hit him again. He gonna out muscle him. I mean, this it's a whole new world, man. I mean, Fulton is from Philly, and I picked Fulton to beat the Newey with my heart, not my mind. A little bit of my mind, but heart too, because he's from my city. But I'm no longer biasly picking, man. I'm picking Spence with my mind. I mean, Crawford with my mind, and I think he going dog him, man. So that's all I got, doping panel, man. But I'm definitely going with Bud. You already know.
Okay, then. So Bud in round 7 to 9. All right, I got you, Dre. Appreciate you, bro. All right, man. Going out to T-Town. You're live on the chat with the pack. Talk to me, bro. You got 2 minutes. Pop the shit.
Salute
Salute.
to E Thriller, the real Black Picasso. Let's get down to business real quick. We got 2 minutes. I don't get paid by Errol Spence. I don't get paid by Bud. Let's talk boxing. And when we talk boxing, this is a mismatch. Bud is going to beat him up. Facts. I can't give the so-called truth props for beating up a bunch of 140-pounders. He said he got a great resume, Thriller, but his 2 best wins, Bud smoked him. I'm not going to give you props for beating up people who ain't did nothing at 147. He ducked this man for years. Bud's not playing this grown man business. And I'm going to go 11 round stoppage, Bud.
11 rounds. Okay.
11 round stoppage, Bud. We represent for Georgia. I'm from Georgia, everybody. Appreciate the great E Thriller, the Black Picasso for the time. Like I said, this is boxing, ladies and gentlemen. This ain't about opinions. This ain't about what you feel like. This is just straight boxing. If you know boxing, you know this is a mismatch. And when Bud thud him up, we're going to see that the truth is really a lie. Salute to everybody in the chat. I'm finna go in the studio. I'm a CEO. Shout out to Freestyle Lock ENT at my brand. I'm gonna keep working.
You doing paid promotion, man. Go ahead and send me a cash app. You doing paid promotion, my brother.
Oh, yeah. I got you, Thriller, the Black Picasso.
Cash app on the screen is yeah, I said it, E3. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, we finna get you, Black Picasso. I'm finna send you something, cuz. Let me tell you, you from Texas, but you ride like a Lexus. I'm finna get you right now, bro. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Appreciate the time, my boy. Bud in the left.
Gotcha. Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Man, let me go out to the BFB Master Q. You're live on the chat with the pack. Talk to me, bro. What's poppin'? Let me go out to the BFB Master Q.
Go Thriller.
Hey, you got an echo, Q.
Oh, let me walk off for a second. Say, you hear me better now without the echo?
I can hear you. Say something else.
Is it better without the echo?
Yeah, you good now, bro. What's poppin'? Go ahead. You got 2 minutes, Q. Who you picking and why, man?
Oh, man, shout out to everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, the propaganda I've been hearing tonight has been phenomenal. I am so impressed, you know what I'm saying? Because when a nigga can say that he don't see one as the bigger man, boy, that nigga vision need checking. And when the nigga also can say he don't see him as the better inside fighter, but the majority of people pick between the two, the inside is not where Buddy really want to be. But, hey, man, each his own. For me, you know, you got the psychics calling for Spence in a stoppage. You know what I'm saying? I don't think this is going to the cards. And after Spence put him in the dirt, we gonna smoke Bud up like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? We gonna smoke Bud up. I can't fuck with the crawfish ball. But I'm down for smoking his motherfucking ass up. I say Earl in 6.
Spence in 6. Okay, I got you. I'm writing this shit down.
And Mr. Golden, if you don't believe me, put 50 more on it, nigga.
Ooh.
Man, don't
I
stop.
believe in that shit for
I'm not.
real, man. I know what's
I'm not.
gonna happen.
I'm
I
not
know
gonna
what's
address
gonna
that
happen.
bullshit.
I
I'm
know
not
what's
gonna
gonna
address that
happen tomorrow
bullshit to
night.
get an open counter. I'm
All
gonna
you
pop this
niggas
shit.
finna be disappointed, and I'm gonna be the one right here for you. I'm gonna be the one right here for my buddies. Y'all gonna be disappointed after tomorrow night.
Hey,
I pass the
hey,
mic.
Quinn, right now,
Man,
I'm
I
gonna
dropped
send
the mic.
$100
I
E right
Hey,
dropped.
now.
hey, E3.
Oh,
I could drop
$100
out
bet.
for
That's
General Big Fish.
$100 bet right now.
A big fish on
$100
here,
bet.
bro.
Oh, is it?
That's
Oh,
$100.
okay.
Yeah, he on here.
That's $100 bet. That's $100 bet, Mr. Go.
Okay, man, let me go ahead and pass the mic, man. Going
Pass the
out
mic,
to
Playboy.
the General Big Fish has entered the premises. You're live on the chat with the pack. Talk to me, big bro. What's poppin'?
Go Thriller, man. I'm Juice, man. I done heard everything, man. That was a great breakdown by Mosquito Spray. He wasn't completely biased like I expected him to be. So kudos to you, Mosquito Spray. You mentioned some great things that Earl Spence does in the ring. But it's one thing that you didn't mention, Mosquito Spray, is that the great footwork that Earl Spence has, the quick feet that he has, he's just as athletic as anybody he's ever been in the ring with, even Sean Porter. He mimicked Sean Porter's feet all night, Mosquito Spray. You know that, bro. He out-willed him, out-muscled him, out-toughed him. And that's gonna play a major part in this. Not only that Mosquito Spray, but it is gonna be the skill of Earl Spence's jab, the technical ability that he had with that, bro. So Earl Spence is going to be able to make Terrence Crawford stop and have to fight, bro. He is going to be on those ropes. He is going to be in that red corner. He is going to be in that blue corner. I'll fight, bro. It's nothing that he can do to stop that for 12 rounds. And it's funny, E3, I have not heard one Bud Buddy predict Terrence Crawford in a decision. I haven't heard it yet. Y'all are praying for victory. It's a difference between knowing who go win and praying for victory. See, I prayed for Sean Porter to win, but I knew he really wasn't when he fought against Terrence Crawford. But I prayed like a motherfucker, but it didn't work. God was like, get your ass out of here. This is just a boxing match. So what y'all doing, y'all, is not gonna work. It is not going to work. Your boy is in trouble, E3. He is all out of character. Yesterday he was Martin Luther King, Frederick Douglass. He was all these inspirational speakers. Then he just turned into a damn lunatic because he got baited in. He's super emotional. And today I could not believe what I seen. He came in dancing like Floyd Mayweather about to fight Conor McGregor. I couldn't believe it, E3. This dude is completely shook up in this moment. I believe this moment is too big, and then he's gonna bring Eminem out. We talked about this, E3. He's gonna bring Eminem out, and your boy is after these body punches. He's going to be throwing up mom's spaghetti.
All right, man. I appreciate it. Before I pass the mic again, hold on, fellas. Shout out to my guy T-Town. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this out. Shout out to T-Town, man, for sending me that cash out for that paid promotion. I appreciate it. He said, for the greatness, blood wins stoppers. Hey, man, let me get you right. All right, man. Going out to my guy, Mr. 214. To across the pond. You're live on the chat with Go Thriller. Talk to me, fam. What's poppin', bro?
Hey, Go 3, E3, the Black Picasso, aka hamrothstein, aka Mr. Full Court Press. What's poppin', my guy?
Hey, man, we almost there. Ayo, talk to me, man. You got 2 minutes. Tell me who
Okay,
gonna win.
I'm gonna make this short and sweet. Shout out to you and Mosquito Spray. I'm with Fish on that. I thought listening to it at first, Mosquito Spray was gonna be completely biased because we know he picking Terrence Crawford, but he made some excellent points, and I'm glad the General came on here and stated what he stated about Earl Spence footwork, and I salute you for that, General, because it's just so crazy to me. You know how a guy like Earl Spence and what he's able to do, cut off the ring better than anybody in the sport of boxing. And they talk about this dude don't have great footwork. They say he's one dimensional and this and that. But salute to you for saying that. But yeah, we heard, man. I heard one one person on here say Terrence Crawford does everything better than Earl Spence. Like it shows if we're looking at the numbers, Earl Spence does a lot more than Terrence Crawford. The only thing that we can say that Terrence Crawford does better than Earl Spence is he has more knockouts. That's it. That's it. But hey, I got Earl Spence in round 10. Like I say, I don't think that I ain't saying that they can't go to a decision. I ain't one of them silly fools like that. But see, my thing is this fight mean too much. I think them dudes have too much grit and determination and self prove that they want to leave no doubt in that ring that they are the better guy. And yeah, that's all I got to say about that. E3 ready for open panel so we can get it cooking, man.
Yes, sir. All right. So you
Oh,
got
another thing, one more thing. I know I got like
Go ahead,
20
you got
seconds
20
left.
seconds. Go ahead, Ayo.
Okay, so I totally love that part where Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford had. I know people was on here talking about they don't want to see that, but y'all got to understand we've been arguing for 5 years, and to see them guys with the ultimate respect at the end, man, that was a magical, beautiful moment, in the sport of boxing.
Already, hey, Big Fish. Before I pass the mic, bro, you had Spence in how many rounds?
Shit, I
How many
got
position?
Spence in 11.
Spence in 11. Okay, I got you. I'm just writing it down. Okay.
We start. Yeah, the Cheeto bag is coming out in 11. E3, write that down. Put
I got
Cheeto.
you.
Yeah, the
I'm writing
Cheeto
everybody
bag.
picks down, bro. I got you. I got you.
Big family size Cheeto bag.
All right, so let me do this. Let me go out to my dog, Corey. You're live on the chat with the Wolfpack. Talk to me, bro. You got 2 minutes, man.
All right. Just want to say what up to everybody. Um, it's been amazing. Listening at the conversations that have taken place tonight. The commentary, mosquito spray. Good job on the breakdown. You did the opposite tonight of what you do when we be on the phone. Mano a mano. So much love and respect. I got to say this, man. I think it's going to decision, and I think Earl gonna find a way to win on the scorecard. Um, you know, but the thing that has just taken my breath away over this whole debate over all of this time is the praise and worship service that the Crawford or the crawfish head, shall I say, have for Terrence Crawford. Now, with all due respect, I definitely believe it's gonna be a tooth and nail battle. I pick it to go decision. I have never seen Earl get knocked out. I just haven't seen it, and I think the man can take some punishment. You know, um, ultimately, at the end of the day, I'm still gonna be okay. My question is are the Crawford fans gonna be okay if it don't go their way? I can lose, and I'm still gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? I went to the Soto. Earl went to the Soto. You know what I'm saying? He comes from a long line of great athletes from this area. That's why I'm rooting for him. I'm not an Earl sexual, but I will say go Earl. Much respect to Crawford. I respect his fans. And man, peace and blessings to y'all, man. That's all I can say, because it's gonna be a rough one.
All right, man. Now, before I open up the panel, man, let's be mindful. Everybody can't speak at the same time. If somebody got smoke with somebody else, let them get their shit off and then go on to the next person. Everybody get in where they fit in. Hey, man, the panel is now open. General Big Fish, I need you to hold it down, bro, until I get back.
I bet, bro.
All right, go ahead, y'all.
Hey, salute to you, mosquito spray, for that breakdown. But why don't you talk about Earl Smith's footwork, mosquito? Why don't you talk about how great his footwork is and he able to get to any corner of that ring that he wants to? Why we don't hear that why we didn't hear that in your breakdown?
Well, I did mention that because I did mention it's gonna come time to fight within this fight with Crawford is gonna have to fight Spence on the inside. I mean, I didn't I guess give the ultimate compliments on Earl Spence's footwork or whatever, because I do believe he has slow feet. Yeah, he's good at cutting off the range from angles and things like that. He is good at that. But the thing that I'm getting from y'all is the level of confidence, borderline arrogance, that Earl Spence is just gonna be able to walk through whatever Terrence Crawford throws at him on the way in.
It's not a matter of arrogance, Mosquito. It's a matter of y'all think that Bud still moves the same. He don't move the same no more. He done slowed down, brother.
He still punched the same though.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, guess
and
what?
that's what I'm saying. And this is the hardest
Finna
punch
get what he got
is
coming
gonna face.
tomorrow night. Y'all gonna be
And one thing
disappointed.
I can say, I
Y'all
can
gonna be
agree. I
disappointed
think they
tomorrow
both
night.
gonna hurt each other, bro. Like I could say that.
Yeah, they gonna hurt each other.
They both is gonna give each other problems early in the fight, bro.
Yeah.
Because like you gotta understand, like, but this is where Bud gonna lose it. Like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. We could be arrogant sometimes, we speak on Earl Spence, but the nerve of Mosquito Spray to call the Earl sexuals arrogant when you got these buddies out here and the way they talk about Earl Spence and how he's just one dimensional. He don't do nothing else but one thing. And you're calling Earl Spence the people who think he gonna win arrogant, Mosquito?
No, I'm talking about. It's like y'all just have this supreme level of confidence that he's gonna be able to walk through whatever Terrence Crawford throw at him, man. He's having faced a puncher like Crawford as a professional.
I mean, y'all so excited behind those exhibitions that he done had. Y'all think that this is an exhibition. No, this is a real fight. This is the first time Buddy ever done got tested.
Check this out.
I don't want to hear that bullshit. Y'all know this is gonna be the first time he really get tested, man. Against a real dog.
We shall see in 2024.
Errol Spence is not no real dog.
Who said that?
He's not. Tell me
Who
why
said
he's not.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you why.
Who
not.
said
Number
that?
one, because Errol Spence don't exchange. Errol Spence, when he get hit,
he don't exchange.
Errol Spence, when Errol Spence
blasphemy.
get hit, go
Listen
watch
to
his
this
fight.
nonsense.
When
Come
he
on.
get hit,
He doesn't punch in between punches.
Deontay Wilder high shell. It's that PBC high guard. He don't know how to really get in the inside and throw back and forth with nobody, bro.
Are you serious?
Mosquito,
are you
Earl
serious?
Spence.
Don't know how to
Mosquito.
throw on the inside.
Cap is at an
I know
all
you being
time
a buddy.
Throw back and forth.
I know you being a buddy right now.
Who he throw back and forth with? Who is he exchanged with?
Everybody, bro.
No, he didn't, bro.
Bro, okay, all right. So, bro, how can he not exchange with everybody in a fight? You gonna exchange with everybody, and we know Earl Spence has a rapid pace better than anyone in the welterweight division, bro. So if you go back and look at the punch stats and go watch the fights, bro, like I'm not mad at you if you think Crawford gonna win. See, the Mosquito, you talking about the arrogance of the Earl Spence fans. Did you hear this guy?
Yeah, I think I might be wrong, but I think what my guy is trying to say is Earl Spence,
that's why you number one, Mosquito. That's why you number one.
Oh man,
that's why you number one.
Mosquito, why you always try to clean up? Mosquito,
you trying to take up for what this man just did. That's why you number one.
man. Put your damn Windex up.
Y'all not gonna let me ask the question.
The general was right. You number one. You number one.
Why you cleaning it up for him, Mosquito? What I asked you this. You said the arrogance of us. This dude, did you hear what he just said? He said Earl Spence don't know how to exchange, and you call us arrogant, sir?
No. I mean, with that statement, flat out statement, I disagree. But I'm saying what I'm gonna say is, I'm not sure what he was trying, if he was meant that or not. But the thing I noticed with Spence, like I mentioned during the breakdown, similar to Winky Wright, he'll shell up and let you get the work off, then he'll work. He does not transition smoothly from offense to defense. You don't see him roll a shot and come right back with a straight left hand like Mayweather or Canelo or James Toney or somebody like that.
Or Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to, I'm not sure my man was trying to get that out, but that's what I see with Spence. He doesn't. Now, when you think it's shady, rolling shots and coming right back with shots. This would, you could throw a 6, 7, 8 punch combination. It's going to be in that shell until you get done.
Exactly.
So hold up, mosquito. Mosquito. Now look. Now. Okay, all right. Everybody shell up, bro. Everybody put their guard up, mosquito. Terrence Crawford put his guard up. Everybody put their guard up because you be down low and seeing what the fighter is going to do and trying to capture your moment where you can throw punches at. So I think that's a little misleading to just say
Yeah, bro.
Earl
Everybody
Spence.
looking to punch in between something if they a real boxer, bro. You don't just like, come on, man.
Right.
Like what you? That's
How
what
often?
Bud does.
Right. How often does Spence do that punching between guys' shots though? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he does it.
So you don't see
When
Earl Spence when Earl Spence?
So you ain't
No,
never
I'm
seen?
asking a question. I
My
ain't
bad. Go
look.
ahead. My bad.
The debate is over with. You know, like we done debated for years about this. I'm asking you a question now, Mosquito. You don't see where Earl Spence pick his shots and punch in between the guard?
I'm talking about when a guy is throwing, like if a guy's throwing a combination. When have you seen, like if a guy's trying to throw a 4 punch combination? When have you seen Earl Spence get a shot off? Not shell up and wait and then throw a shot. I'm talking about roll a shot
Exactly.
and come right back
Ugas.
from it. Why this guy still throwing shots?
He don't.
He did it with Ugas.
When?
When?
Ugas did a lead uppercut and he tried to do a pull counter with a straight left and he missed it. Second round, go look it up. It was either second or third round.
Mosquito, you don't see the subtle step. See, that's what people think. Like I know Earl Spence is fundamentally sound. Okay, we give him that, but you don't see the subtle steps Earl Spence take back.
That ain't gonna work against Bud.
Yeah.
At all.
I said it during my breakdown, man.
How do you know that's not going to work? How do you know
I'm
that?
saying boxing is a game of
How do
inches.
you know
Because
that
Bud
though?
is a
How
master.
do you know that though? I'm asking
Bud
you,
is a
Mosquito. How
master
do you know that?
adjuster, bro. That's why.
Master adjuster.
So what about?
He
Hold
too
on, okay,
smart.
I give Bud that. I give you that. All right, Bud is a master adjuster. We done seen him do it. That's why he undefeated. He 39-0 with 30 knockouts. So Earl Spence ain't no master adjuster.
No.
Not like Bud. He not gonna outthink Bud, bro.
No, so you telling me Earl Spence ain't no master adjuster?
I
Got
didn't
Regardless,
see
hit
it in the Porter
150
fight, bro.
times against Porter.
He fell.
Exactly.
He fell for the same walk to the corner, spins you in the corner like 60 times, literally the
Thank you.
same move every
hey, but
time, bro.
you do know when Terrence Crawford get hit. I don't see adjustments. I just see him trying to hurry up and get his lick back, bro. You calling that adjustments? When he
Did
get
you
hit,
see
he
the way
stick his
he?
tongue out and he try to get his lick back and he just go for it all.
You
You
heard
didn't
what
see
Sean
how
Porter said. Sean Porter said, "I pride myself off of making people uncomfortable. I just couldn't make Bud uncomfortable. The nigga is just comfortable in that ring, bro. It's
So
nothing
Earl,
Spence can
He
do that
couldn't
can
make him
rattle him."
all right,
uncomfortable
cool.
because his ass was out of shape.
So who done made
Okay.
Earl? Hey, Dre from
Hey,
Southwest,
excuse.
hold
Mr.
on. Hey,
215. Who done
fellas.
made Earl do
Hey,
something
fellas.
else?
Ayo, can you
Huh?
hear me, Ayo?
Oh, my bad.
Hey, Sean Porter isn't a really good reference point when you're trying to
Thank
prove your point on that, sir. Because let me just give you a couple of facts real quick. Earl Spence versus Sean Porter. Earl Spence allegedly, this is according to CompuBunch. You can find this on boxingscene.com. This ain't no shit I made up. Earl
Talk to him.
Spence, 221 total punches landed, 745 total thrown, 29.7% connect percentage. Porter versus Spence, 172 punches landed, 744 thrown, 23.1% connection. Okay, the Crawford fight versus Porter, we know that only went 10 rounds, so we're not going to have as many punches, but this is a drastic difference. Crawford, 98 for 328 at a 29.9% connection percentage. Porter, 79 for 347 with a 22.8. So Porter, that
So he fought the
shows you
same fight.
that wasn't the same fucking Sean Porter. We know the stories. We know his dad was pissed
The
off. We
excuse.
know everything is out, the excuse or whatever. Mike Tyson, like Io, you tell him, take it from here. To Io, remind him about Mike Tyson. Tell him about
You,
what fighters do. It's true.
Yeah,
Mike wasn't lying about his back being broken, but it was fucking broke. Go ahead, Ayo.
Yeah, so this the one thing about fighters that I learned and by watching them, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mosquito Spray. Every time a fighter lose, they make a fucking excuse. Like whether it be right or whether it be wrong. Every time this is just my opinion, like Fish brought up Mike Tyson. He talking about Kenny Porter making excuses. The nerve of you, Iron Mike. And you said your back was broke. And you said other and did all this other stuff. So I ain't trying to hurt none of that, fam. Like none of that. I know the truth. A lot of people know the truth. People don't want to accept the truth.
Real quick, I'm sorry, because one thing I need to mention. That's a bad example y'all using. So Mike Tyson said he had just got done knocking out Triple H in 49 seconds.
Talk to him.
No.
What he said,
It doesn't matter.
Back was broke.
It doesn't matter though. It
So,
don't matter.
thinking man's game is going to beat Spence all
Mike
day.
Tyson,
Bud is too high.
Look, I don't remember everything. Oh, okay, so you want to do that? Let's go to him versus Holyfield. The headbutts. He was headbutting me. He was trying to knock me unconscious.
You know what I noticed?
He wasn't head. Hey, Ayo, he wasn't headbutting him, Ayo.
Hey,
you remember what he did at High Seen Rock Run? You remember what Holyfield did to him?
Yeah, he had that big old hammer.
So the water can under the skin.
All right.
He definitely was headbutting him.
Okay, but look, that's an excuse. You need to work around that. Like I don't give a damn. People talking about Earl Spence nut shot. Well, make sure you inform the ref that Earl Spence nut shot, so the ref could be looking out for that. Like every fighter make excuses, bro. Well, I'm sorry, y'all. That's my 1-year-old. Everybody make excuses, whether it's right or it's wrong. Go ahead, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think Bud too smart for him, bro. Honestly, no disrespect to Spence. He not gonna outthink Bud, bro. He just not. In my opinion.
I mean, I can see what you're saying, but I don't see what you're saying at the same time. Because in order to win a fight, you got to outthink somebody. Both of them have been outthinking everybody they fought. So to sit there and just be like, oh, well, he's...
Who is Errol Spence outthought?
Who the hell has he fought?
I said, who is Errol Spence outthought? Who is he outthinking?
And my answer to that was, who the hell has he fought?
You just said
everybody. Everybody.
Yeah, but most of them were flat-footed fighters, though, bro.
Sean Porter?
Flat-footed fighters.
Yeah, Lucas was flat-footed. Danny flat-footed. Cal Brook flat-footed.
Do y'all heard Mosquito? Now you talk about we arrogant, right?
Oh my God, the cap.
Mosquito.
The cap.
You say we arrogant, Mosquito. This dude just said everybody Earl Spence fought.
No, not everybody. Just most of his last opponents.
When we talk about Terrence Crawford, bullshit ass resume.
You just said earlier, everybody.
This dude tried to
Lamont Peterson flat-footed. My brother, was Lamont Peterson flat-footed or not in that fight?
Bro, listen, fam, what I'm saying.
Okay.
You can say what you want to say, right? But then when we say that he outclassed everybody, you say, oh, they was flat-footed. Oh, but when we say Terrence Crawford ain't fought nobody, you try to gas the situation up and make his competitors look like something that they're not, fam.
He won a split decision fight against Sean Porter. He didn't outclass nothing. One of the judges thought.
What do you mean? He got
That's
the
not.
decision.
Hold on. First, let's use the words properly. I didn't say outclass. I said he outthought.
How did he outthink him getting hit 160 plus times? How did he outthought him?
Okay, so now let me ask you this. Who was thinking better when that left hook landed?
When that lucky ass left hook got in there, that ain't gonna be
They were both throwing them at the same time. So
Yeah,
what do you mean?
I'm not gonna call it lucky. It was a good shot. It was a good shot.
And if we all go back and watch the replay, he fought that up. That was a setup. Sean Porter even said it. Sean Porter fucking said it.
It was a beautiful shot, but my problem
He said
is
I got hit with the same left hook 3 fucking times and couldn't figure out why. Nigga, you got set up.
It was a beautiful shot, but why he never finished? Like, why couldn't he? Like, this is the thing. I'm gonna say this real quick because I know y'all want to talk. Even if like he does get butt hurt. The man is a terrible finisher. He knocked Lamont
Terrible.
Peterson down and then got outboxed by Lamont Peterson while Lamont Peterson got up in that round. He knocked Sean Porter down and then got pushed back in that same round. I mean, the man isn't that intelligent of a fighter when it comes to finishing and getting his man off their feet. He's
Who on
not.
Crawford resume is better than Lamont Peterson? Who on Crawford resume better than Lamont Peterson?
The man that
Here
knocked
comes
out the
a
man that knocked him out, Victor Postal.
Besides
The first man that
Gamboa?
knocked him out.
Hey, let me get a
Besides
question.
Gamboa?
Let me get a question in
I
real
said
quick.
Victor Postal.
Hey, excuse me, sir. What's your name? I can't see the screen. I can't. I
This
apologize.
this Dre from Southwest, my dollars,
That's my
brother.
man Dre from Southwest. My bad, Brian.
No
Recognize
problem, my
you,
brother.
your boy. So I don't know if I've asked you this before, but I want you to get because you sound like you mosquito spray nephew or something, boy. Like you been sprayed with that hypnosis spray, boy. So can you please show your neutrality somewhat and tell me what can Earl Spence do to win this fight? It like yeah, I know you heard mosquito spray breakdown. Pretty sure you heard. I don't know if you heard what he said, but can you give us some kind of insight on what you think Earl can do to win the fight?
I know
Or
people may
we
not.
completely tripping?
Yeah, no. I know people may not agree with me on this, but I think Earl should just do what Layman Brewster did to Klitschko. Just go in there with reckless abandonment, man. Like the thing, I think
The
because
fuck?
Crawford, no, because I think sometimes Crawford takes time to adjust. So I think he should just try to go in there and just make it a dog fight, man. Like hit him in his hips, hit him behind the head, throw a bunch of punches, just go right at him. Because if once Crawford adjusts to a style, in my opinion, I believe it's over. So I think he need to just put his air muscle on and just go straight at him. I think that's his best bet, in my opinion, and I could be wrong. I don't think he can box with the man one-on-one, bro. And him trying to cut the ring off, I've seen people with faster feet try to cut the ring off on, but he's a master at exiting left and right and catching you on the way out. That's not going to work trying to cut the ring off. He got to go straight at that man. Jab to his midsection, jab to his chest, grab, try to close and make it a rough affair, man. Take it to the streets like Emmanuel Stewart told Lennox Lewis. We fuck that jab. Take it to the streets. You got to take it to the streets.
So can I
Hold
ask
on,
him a
you.
question, Fish?
Ooh, I wanted to ask him a question.
Oh, go ahead, Big Mark.
Go ahead though. I just want to know: do you, with your assessment? Now, let me ask you this: who has Terrence Crawford fought that has a jab as effective as Earl's?
Sure, well, according to Combi Box, Sean Porter had the highest. His jab landed the most out of all welterweights, bro. Go check the numbers. Crawford took that shit away, and Victor Postal. Say what you want about Victor Postal. I'm gonna make this real quick because I know y'all want to respond.
Cheese.
Talking about the gatekeeper.
Lucas
The
Matisse.
gatekeeper.
I'm gonna make this real quick. Lucas Matisse was the first person to stop Lamont Peterson at 140, way before Spence did it. He won the WBC title, right? That same Lucas Matisse went on to fight Victor Postal. Victor Postal shut that man out and became a champion. Postal had a great jab, bro. Crawford took it away with lateral movement. He's fought good dudes with great jabs and took them
You
away.
remember Lucas Matisse versus Danny Garcia?
Yeah, definitely.
What happened in that fight?
Danny beat him in a 12-round decision. Style make fights.
Danny fucked him up in a 12-round decision. Keep it 100.
Yeah. Styles make fights.
And did Earl Spence fuck Danny Garcia up?
Yes, but Styles make
You
fights.
see how we could all use that parallel universe you're trying to use?
No, but I don't know. No disrespect, my brother, but that's not relevant. He asked me about a jab, and I'm saying that he fought people with great jabs, like Victor Postal had a great jab. Cal Brook, believe it or not, Cal Brook jab is better than Spence's. He has better timing on it, and Crawford took it away, bro. He know how to take jabs away, bro.
His jab not better than Spence's, bro. I'm sorry.
How old?
You're entitled to your opinion, though, but I disagree.
Okay, Dre from Southwest. How old was Cal Brook?
Like what, 32, 33?
So when he fought Crawford. When he fought Crawford, he was 32 or 33.
Yeah, was it? I'm not sure. Was he 33 or 32?
Man,
something like that.
For real, bro.
How old was it? You tell me. I'm not sure. Like 33, 32?
Okay, so fuck how old he is, but I know he went on 32 or 33. I can't just fact check that right now. So where was he at in his career where he fought Crawford? Was he the same guy, or was he better than what he was when Kell Brook fought Earl Spence?
Honestly, Io, no disrespect to you, my Dallas
Man,
brother.
I'm asking you a question.
It's hard to answer it because he was coming off of 3 wins, bro. It's hard to
Okay,
answer that
no,
question
no, no, no. It's hard
because
to
you're not
answer.
going to agree with me either. Like, I
No,
think he
I
was
ain't.
better in
I'm
his
just
career.
asking you. No, look, we done had disagreements. I did enough debating. I just want to see your way of thinking. So
Okay.
you're saying, because Kell Brook was coming off 3 wins, right? And remember, he was fighting at 154. You remember that? So he had them 3 victories at 154 where he was walking around comfortably. He want that same guy who was walking around at 147, who had to cut weight to get 147. He moved to 154. But then he had to cut back down to 147 after that 3-fight win streak or however long he fought to fight Terrence Crawford. And you're telling me he was a better guy than when Earl Spence fought
Yes.
him?
I'm going off of what he said.
All right.
He said that he was in the best shape of his life. He said that he had to cut a lot of weight and he needed more time in the Spence fight. That's what he said. So according to himself, he was better off in the Crawford fight than the Spence fight by his own admission. That's what he said.
Oh, no. Cool. So let me ask you this. I'm glad you said that. You know, it's a lot of older fight. You remember the history of older fighters, and when they trying to make they come back and they get a big fight, they always say they're in the best shape of their life and they feeling the best they ever felt. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, no doubt.
So that's just what
Yeah.
Kell Brook said. That's his mentality. That's what he thought. But we knew Kell Brook wasn't the same. Hey, give Terrence Crawford his credit. He beat him. He showed that Kell Brook wasn't supposed to be in the ring with him. But also, let's talk about how that older Kell Brook put a knot on Terrence Crawford eye. Like he was catching him with some punches. Like we don't want to talk about that.
But no, he did.
Mugabe put a knot on Marvelous Hagler eye. What was the outcome though?
Come
What was
on.
the outcome?
No. So
Talk to
where
him.
was Mugabe and Hagler at in their career? Was Mugabe still a top fighter?
I mean, he was 26-0, but he never fought nobody on
Oh,
Hagler's
okay, all
level.
right. So what was Kell Brook compared to Mugabe fighting the Marvelous? Because I just watched that documentary the other night, right? A Marvelous Marvin Hagler. So where was Mugabe at in his career compared to where Kell Brook was at in his career when they fought their fights that they fought?
I
Who you
mean,
just brought?
Kell Brook was coming off of 3 consecutive wins, my brother. I mean, when you done, you done. It's like Linares when he went up to 140 and got stopped in the first round by a journeyman, bro. When you done, you done. Like the dude had
Hold
3
on,
fights and he
excuse me.
won them.
Excuse me.
Go
I
ahead.
need to throw
Go ahead.
this in here real quick. This has nothing related to y'all. But I just seen it popped up that the winner of the fight gets to pick the rematch weight.
Yeah, and the loser get to hurry up and exercise the fight real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know they get to pick the rematch weight. Oh, that's how we doing?
Nah, because we all know whether Earl Spence win or lose, he going back to 154. It just depends on. Let's just do this. If Earl Spence lose bad, I don't know if he'll be able to just go to 150. Well, not bad. Just say if Earl Spence barely lose against Terrence Crawford. I don't know if Earl Spence will want to go to 154. Because just say if it's a real close and it's a split decision, 115 or 114. I think Earl Spence will stay at 147 to take that rematch if it's that close. But if it's not close and Terrence Crawford win, I don't think Earl Spence coming back to 147.
Hey, I got a question for mosquito spray. I want mosquito spray to answer it first. Big Mark, you second, please, sir. And I your last. I'm on this, and anybody else after that. If y'all got knowledge on it, y'all can chime in too. Mosquito spray. These guys, these guys train in the intensive heat throughout their training camp. Earl Spence claims that it's 120 degrees in the gym he trained in every day. I'm not sure about Bud, but I'm sure it's hot in his gym too. So warming up in the locker room and walking to the ring that temperature is not going to be simulate what's in the gym. So what's the point in training in those type of conditions? And are those conditions inside an arena in a boxing match similar to that?
I doubt they is. You don't want the fans in there sweating like pigs. You know what I'm saying? They got on they best dressing their best and got on cologne and cream and stuff. You know that wouldn't go well with 150 heat. That's not gonna
Tell
be
him
safe.
speak up. We can barely hear
I
him.
can't hear
Hey,
him.
hey, we can't hear you, mosquito spray. Hey,
Yeah, how about now?
everybody mute your mics if you're not speaking. Except for mosquito spray, please.
Y'all can hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
All right. Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah, in the arena it ain't gonna be like that. You know, you got people in there and they, dressing their best clothes and stuff. You know, they ain't trying to have the fans in there sweating and shit. But as far as the gym, that's just you just want to make it. Make them used to being in miserable conditions. Most boxing gyms usually keep the heat 80, 90 degrees on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? 120, that's a bit extreme, but that's it's a normal thing to have a gym hot. Like it ain't a boxing gym has never been like one of these foo gyms that got 65-degree AC with elevated music playing and shit. You know what I'm saying? No, it's ugly in there. It stank. The gloves smell like shit on the inside. You know what I'm saying? It's a rugged environment because you breeding champions. You know what I'm saying? And they gotta be able to have the mentality of, because when you in that ring, man, I mean, that's somewhere you can literally, even in a sparring session, you can get killed in there every time you step in that ring. You know what I'm saying? And you have to have the mentality that that's why it's boxing. Not everybody can do it because it's not for everybody. It takes a special mindset to be okay with getting punched in the face. One thing I saw, man, one thing that was inevitable. It comes a time where you're gonna get punched harder than you have been hit in your life. You got to ask yourself, is this really what I want to be doing? I've seen a lot of people leave and never come back. You know what I'm saying? So they just being used to being in those, because it'll make it easier on fight night. Kind of like, say, if you do your road work with leg weights on or combat boots like Ali used to. And then when you get in the ring, put the shoe, them light boxing shoes on, you're going to feel like you can move like the wind. You know what I'm saying? So it just it's making them work as hard as possible, like wearing the plastic suits or whatever the case may be. Just getting used to working under stressful conditions, under, not just mentally, but also physically, also putting physical stress on your fighter also to get them ready, man. They're going into battle. You know what I'm saying? They got to be ready. They're warriors. They got their sword and shield, or them gloves. You know what I'm saying? Their sword and shield. And they got to be ready, man. And, just leaving no stone unturned. That's what it's about. That's all I got on it.
Yeah, what's your opinion on that, Big Mark?
I mean, training is everything, bro. If you trying to, when you looking at a 3-round fight, bro, 3 minutes is longer than anybody can ever imagine if you ain't been in that ring. You know what I'm saying? So when you dealing with 36 minutes with a minute break in between, yeah, fool, that heat, you need that heat. You need to stress your body out as much as you can stress it out so that when you in there performing, you can perform. Because you're going to get stressed out while you're in there performing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand, I guess because I'm a Texas boy. So anytime we train, it's in the heat. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how we get at.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know no other way to train. You know what I'm saying? Like, if even while I'm out here developing my nephews, I make sure we in the heat.
But like how hard is it to adjust from that climate condition when you getting in the ring in that bell
It
ring
makes it
and
easier.
you
It
how
makes it
so?
easier.
How so? How so?
Like that temperature change is typically a change where when you get it, it's the when you used to training in shit, because he probably ain't lying when he say that gym get to 120. That air thick, that air hard to breathe. So it's just like damn near being in Colorado. Cause in Dallas, boy, that air's so thick you can damn near run a knife through it. So when you dealing with that, and then you come to a place where the air conditioning cool, it's 74 degrees, you ain't, it's no stress. You don't really, it takes you longer to get tired. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna get it gives you an advantage because it's not as much stress. If you in there fighting at 74 degrees and the whole time you was training at 100, 105, 110, gym get hot, 112, 115 with that big ass box fan going. Yeah, bro, you gonna be in shape. You gonna be ready for when it's round 9 and it's getting tough and the nigga been hitting you with body shots and you hurt. You gonna be able to deal with that shit because you done been through it in 120-degree heat. So doing it out here, it's gonna be easier. It just makes it lighter. That's the same reason they go to Colorado to get up in the air. It make it easier. That's
Okay,
all I got
bet.
on that one.
Okay, Mr. 214, Mr. 402.
Yeah.
You've been around Spence in the camps and you out to the ring with him. How did he handle that temperature change?
Oh, easy, just like Mosquito and Big Mark said. Like you need them type of temperatures. You need that type of octane that Terrence Crawford get in Colorado, that type of heat that Earl Spence go through. That I heard you need that. Like they say, you got to push your body to the extreme, bro. Because when you a fighter, you have to really, when you on this championship level, really go to that next level in training. You got to push yourself to the limits, like Big Mark and like Mosquito said. So, like in that night. 10th championship round, 11th, 12th rounds, you will be able to go even further. So, like, I can't really say too much more on that. Like, they broke it down and said it eloquently. Like, you need that. So, on fight night, it makes everything easier, bro. That's it. That's plain and simple.
So we speaking on heat. I heard my right brother Q. He was pretty hot about that breakdown. Q, do you have anything else you need to address with mosquito spray about that breakdown? Because I sense a little tension with your reaction.
I mean, the way he broke it down, it was all right. But man, if I was to counter that shit, right? You know, the one thing a lot of the Bud Crawford fans are so caught up in is that flash, man. And I can point out too many examples, Roy Jones, Antonio Tarver. Well, flash don't always get it done, man.
Hey Q, we might have to apologize to mosquito spray tomorrow night, man. Are you ready for that?
Oh man. Oh we man. Boy, I tell you what, man. Earl finna Earl finna mess that dude up, man. And I'm sorry, man. He finna destroy his dude, man. He finna fuck him up. I'm telling you, man, this is not what Buddy want, man. He barked up the wrong tree, man.
Hey,
Barked up the wrong tree.
who audio is that? Everybody mute your mic, please. Go ahead, Q.
You know. Everybody be hollering skill this, skill that. Hell, I thought it was skill this, skill that when Caleb Plant fought David Benavidez. Caleb Plant was supposed to have been the better boxer with the skill. But as we always see, the better fighter always prevail and win. We done seen this too many times, man.
Hey, this something else, y'all, that's never came into play for the football player Sean Porter did headbutt Terrence Crawford and cut him, but we really don't see Crawford or Spence, needing to have a good cut man. But what if the fight end on cuts or a headbutt or something like that happen early in the fight and the fight gets stopped like that? How would y'all feel about that shit?
Cheese.
I would feel like Bud know that he was finna lose and he wasn't gonna be able to accept the fact that Earl was the better man. dogging him in the ring. He
Yep.
said, fuck it, I'm gonna
Yep.
headbutt that nigga. I ain't gonna let
Yep.
him beat me like that.
Yep.
'Cause I can't
Yep.
get him. I can't hurt him.
Yep.
He eating my crawfish nuggets, man. He
Yep.
not fearing that shit.
Hey, I agree with everything Mr. Q said because, like everybody know around the world, Earl Spence is fundamentally sound. We see Terrence Crawford just jump and leave his head out there. So he'll be the one initiating the head, but before Earl Spence, that's just facts. And can't nobody debunk that.
I can. Cause y'all gotta stop this bullshit about this fundamentally sound shit. Y'all just saw video footage of the motherfucker getting in no man's land with his eyes completely off the other fighter. That's fundamentally sound? Seriously?
Who? Say that again, Mosquito?
Y'all saw video footage of that motherfucker getting completely out of position with his eyes completely looking at the floor. That's what we call fundamentally sound?
Who, Earl Spence?
Earl Spence, yeah.
Man, come on. You know his eyes just look like that. Come on, bro.
I know his eyes, you couldn't see his eyes because the nigga was looking at the floor. And who got Come on,
Okay,
man. Y'all
bro,
saw that.
you act like Terrence Crawford ain't never done no goofy ass shit in the ring and got his shit clipped
He does
either.
that shit several times every fucking fight, though, man. He consistently does
Oh
that.
my god, man! Let me go back over here.
Yeah, so you've never seen him get front foot heavy, get his head over his feet, not break his feet with him when he's trying to get to the opponent. You've never seen that. This is something brand new that I'm guessing on. Again, go watch. I said the 30-second mark of round number 3 against Ugas, the 2:35 mark of rounds 4 and 5 in that same fight. Watch Earl Spence and watch what he did.
Mosquito, you nitpicking now. You nitpicking. Mosquito, you nitpicking.
Hey, Big Mark, mute your audio, Big Mark. Something going on with your audio, Big
Hey,
Mark.
Mosquito, you nitpicking, Mosquito.
Fighters have got knocked out for doing that type of shit, man.
I know, but you
My mic was
nitpicking though,
muted. That ain't me.
Mosquito.
How am I nitpicking? That's a serious
You talking
problem.
about, okay, he caught Earl with a good shot.
Footwork is part of that, is it not?
Hey, time out, fellas, time out. We got to figure out who the audio this is. Mosquito Spray. I'm not sure if that's you, boss, but it's like a little clicking going on.
Yeah, that's not me. I thought it was me. I had already hit the mute button to figure it out. That ain't me.
I'm gonna mute my mic now.
All right,
Okay, who was that?
I think that was our
That ain't me.
Who just came back in?
It's me, I guess. It's ain't
yeah, that's you, Mosquito Spray.
It sound like some clicking or something you said?
Nah,
It
it's like a
sounds like you got a
buzzing.
whole bunch of bees around you.
Yeah, it's buzzing and clicking. Yeah, it's making everybody audio bad, bro.
There you go.
I just cut it on when I'm talking.
Cheese.
Yeah, it's coming now.
Yeah, that's cheese. Yeah, whenever he come in, that's the cheese. It sounds like he coming in with a wasp nest. Yeah, but I just don't understand it.
But look, I
Like,
could easily see I could break down how Terrence Crawford could win this fight. See, Terrence Crawford got to do what Earl Spence do to everybody else. Like Mosquito Spray said earlier, he gonna have to stand his ground. No, Crawford gonna have to stand his ground a lot. Crawford is gonna have to turn the tide like when Sugar Ray Leonard fought Tommy the Hitman Hearns. He gonna have to stand he gonna have to stand his ground, catch Earl with a good shot, and make the most physical, stronger guy go backwards. That's how Terrence Crawford could win this fight. He has to sit down early and often, and he has to make Earl Spence go back. Because if Terrence Crawford can't make Earl Spence go back, he's not going to win this fight. Was that a good one, Mosquito? Comparing to Sugar Ray, how he did to Tommy the Hitman Hearn? You know, he caught him with that good shot and turned the tide. And
yeah, I mean, I agree with you. And I believe he has the ability to do that, man. Spence is gonna help him out with his mistakes.
Huh?
I said I agree with you. I believe Crawford is that, and I also believe Spence is gonna help him out with his mistakes.
I mean, that's yet to be determined, but I'm saying that's what I feel. That's the only way Crawford is going to beat Earl Spence, he is going to have to make Earl Spence go backward and go backward often. If he's unable to do that, if he's like Terrence Crawford, look, now, Big Mark, I think I got to agree with you, what you said earlier. Terrence Crawford is going to have to come out of this shell, especially in this type of moment of trying to download information. He can't do that against this guy. He can't do that against this guy. He has to come out here and make a statement early against Earl Spence and show him, yeah, I am really the stronger guy. He really has to do that. That's just my opinion.
No, if he can't convince, I keep telling everybody, if he can't convince Earl that Earl can't do what he doing, he's not gonna win the fight. Like, that's why I keep asking. Like, if he doesn't land this so-called mysterious shot that nobody's gonna see, how the fuck is he gonna win the fight? Because nobody else is saying that he can outbox Earl, which means he's not fundamentally built to go 12 rounds.
What? You say nobody say he can outbox. So you saying Earl Spence can outbox, stay on the outside and outbox Terrence Crawford?
That's not what I said. I said Terrence Crawford can't do that shit for 12 rounds against Earl Spence.
Why? Because Spence is going to be too much for him to walk through everything? That's what y'all believe?
No, bro. See, y'all be acting like
this.
Y'all act like Bud Crawford is just a supreme boxer. He's really not a boxer. He's a brawling counterpuncher.
He's superior. He's a superior boxer in this fight.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. He's the more talented person in this fight. He's not the better skilled person in this fight. Skills come with fundamentals, my nigga. You're talking about talent.
Man, Spence, but minus the Mikey Garcia fight. When have you ever seen Spence so-called box? What other fight?
Say that one more time.
Minus the Mikey Garcia fight, when have you ever seen Spence do what we classify as boxing?
Lamont Peterson, Mikey Garcia, Danny Garcia. What?
Come on, Mosquito, that's not fair. All them other guys weren't really on Earl level.
I mean, he's nitpicking because I got him against the ropes right now. Yeah, I got you against the ropes, bro. I know I got you against the ropes because you're treating talent like it's skill, and talent is not skill.
No, yeah, see, and that's another thing. Y'all acting like Terrence Crawford is just getting by on reflexes and speed like Roy Jones with no.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said Earl is a better fundamental boxer than he is. I said that Terrence Crawford can't box Earl Spence for 12 rounds. He can't do it. He's not gonna do it because we've never seen him box for more than 4 rounds at a time.
It's a superior boxer.
Okay. You think he is superior boxer? That's fine.
No, I said you believe Earl Spence is a superior boxer in the fight, like serious.
No, I think Earl is the better fundamentally sound boxer in this fight.
What about okay, so what name, tell me a mistake Terrence Crawford makes that's as egregious as what Spence does, getting in no man's land.
When he get in the pocket, he drop his motherfucking hands and stick his chin out.
He dropped
Do you want example?
This is so like Triple G versus Willie Monroe. He was dropping.
No. You asked me what is his flaw. His flaw is when he gets in the pocket and start throwing punches, he lets his fucking hands stay by his hips and his chin is out.
Hey, Big Mark, hold on. Hey, Mosquito Spray, you got to put your guard up between punches, meaning hit your mute button when you ain't talking, bro, because your shit fucked up.
Yeah, your shit cheese. Yeah, that shit cheese. But
yeah,
fool,
y'all
like,
go ahead. Finish.
I mean, like, bro, we can go back to any fight that Gamboa, Benavidez, Kavaliauskas, Porter, Kell Brook. Every time this dude decides he wants to fight, his hands drop and he gets clipped. Now, that is a huge fundamental. I'm just saying, Everybody act like this dude don't do that shit. It's just the people he been standing in front of him. They ain't been able to take advantage of it. Kavalauskas was, but Kavalauskas, shit, he really ain't shit.
Interesting. I got to go watch all them fights again. I got to go look at
Bro,
this.
go back. Hey man, watch when Jose. When Jose catch him with a left, he damn near knocked him into the ropes with it. Stop me when I'm lying. See, you don't hear no buddies jumping on here saying that shit ain't true.
Now let me ask you this. Now, you remember earlier I mentioned that Crawford does things to set that if a fighter lowers their hands, or from the outside to lure them to form of setting.
We can't hear you, Mosquito.
We can't hear you, bro. Your shit is cheese. That shit is horrible. That shit is horrible. Cause you just gotta text what you got to say, fool. Cause that shit is cheese.
We apologize for the technical difficulties. We're gonna take a 30-second commercial break. This is sponsored by Terrence Crawford's Crawfish Egg Rolls. We got a sale tomorrow. It's $22 per pound. It comes with medicinal CBD. This is it's legal in our states. So when y'all are in y'all painful state tomorrow night, y'all can enjoy some of the Terrence Crawford crawfish and CBD pack. All right, Mosquito Spray, are you back with us, man? Have you handled your technical difficulties?
Yeah, how am I now, man? I'm just on
Great.
Ooh, thank you, Lord.
Man.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Lord.
there you go. Yeah, there's my dog, Mosquito. Yeah,
That's
man.
my dog.
Hey, Mark, and IO biting the shit out your legs. Fight back, Mosquito Spray. Let's go.
All right, so like I was saying though, Crawford, yeah, he does drop his hands, but I believe from the outside that's a form of setting the trap to get a fighter to bite on that shit, man, and get him out of position. When he for instance, like the Porter fight, how he got Porter to come in, taking a half step back, landed up and cut to the solar plex.
I would agree with you if he wasn't getting clipped all the time.
Well, he don't get clipped all the time, man. I mean, he don't get caught.
Yeah, he do.
He get caught sometimes. But...
Okay, hold on. So did Benavidez clip him? Yes or no? We just gonna go down the line. Did Benavidez clip him?
He got touched in that fight. Yeah,
Benavidez. Hold on, look. We ain't even got to go back that far. Did Avanesian clip him?
Yeah, he got caught in the Avanesian fight. Like I said, he does sometimes when he get his
goddamn. Did Porter clip him?
He got caught in Porter fight earlier when he was getting this.
Okay, well, goddamn. Well, what goddamn traps is he setting if his hands is always down getting clipped?
I'm not that shit was early in the Porter fight. That shit was early in the fight when that shit happened. When I get again, like I said,
my nigga.
Would you take some 3 to 4 rounds to do?
But see, now you moving the goalpost.
I'm not moving the goalpost.
That was early in the fight. Either he doing it or he don't, and he was doing it later in the fight, and Porter wasn't taking advantage of it because Porter ain't that type of fighter.
Because Porter was getting the shit counted out of him, he was ready. He was a little hefty when that shit go.
Porter ass was tired.
And how? I'll go because he didn't train or whatever. Okay.
Nah, hey man, what do they say about people who say they retiring?
Oh man, come on.
Nigga, if I tell you I'm finna get ready to retire for some shit, if I tell you I'm finna get ready to retire, god damn it, I've already retired.
So did he never say he was contemplating retirement before the Spence fight?
Again, I didn't say he didn't. I said when you start talking about being retired.
Yes. Hold up, Mark. Yes, he did. But look, see, this the thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm
hold on, IO, but see, he missing the point.
Hold on, Mosquito. I'm telling you, yes, you're absolutely correct. But this will get me with these bud buddies out here. People who want Terrence Crawford to win. See, y'all don't put context around that. Terrence Crawford, Sean Porter really wanted to beat Earl Spence with everything in him. Go back and look at the press conferences. Go back and look at the build-up. He really wanted to beat him. And also, don't forget, Sean Porter was a champion, sir. A champ.
Oh, man.
So, hold up, Mosquito, I'm lying? Sean Porter didn't really want to beat Earl Spence?
So a guy that's fighting for a title not gonna be hungry. You're not gonna want to take a title from a guy neither, I guess. Only if you have a belt, you fighting your hardest. Come on, that sound right?
That's not what we're saying. We just saying all I'm saying is I keep hearing the last 4 Terrence Crawford fights that I have watched, I keep hearing this shit in every fight. Ooh, big shot. Oh, big left. Oh, straight left right down the pipe. Oh, straight right down the pipe. What is Terrence Crawford doing? I mean, he's just letting them just get off. Then all of a sudden, he catch him with a shot, and then the fight's over. Now, I'm not knocking him, but you can't let somebody that's 2 times the fighters you've been fighting do that shit to you.
And Mark, I'm glad you said that. They gassed this nigga up too much about him being this fucking boxer. He's not. I'm glad you.
He is a brawling counterpuncher. He is not a fucking boxer.
He's not a boxer. This nigga's a fucking brawler.
He is a brawling counterpuncher.
Like they gassed Terrence Crawford up like he the greatest show on earth. He is a brawler. This dude ain't no like. Do he have boxing fundamentals in his system? Yes, he do.
Yes,
but he's a brawler, bro.
Hey,
let me man. I've heard enough. Y'all niggas tripping. First of all, Big Mark.
Let me say I'm tripping.
My IOTBA boys. You said that Earl Spence is so fundamentally sound, right?
Yeah, I said he's more fundamentally sound than Terrence Crawford.
More fundamentally sound than Terrence Bud Crawford. Got it. Right? Why the nigga don't move his fucking head? Wait.
Why Terrence Crawford leave his hands down? Everybody got a flaw, bro.
I've been letting y'all niggas talk.
Oh, go ahead.
Why does he keep his head on a straight motherfucking line the entire fight?
Would you like for me to answer that?
That's not true.
No. He can say that, but I have an answer to that.
That's not
Every
true.
fighter got a flaw.
Go ahead.
Every fighter has a flaw. Every fighter has a flaw, and that is his flaw.
So it's cool, but so it's not cool for Crawford to have flaws. So Earl does have.
I didn't say that.
No,
don't try to move the goalpost on me. Hey, man, all I'm doing is pointing out the things that y'all don't want to talk about.
So let's talk. Wait a minute. Let's talk about Earl. How many times has he got clocked in his last couple of fights? Did he get clocked?
He been getting his shit touched.
Wait a minute. Did he get clocked against Ugas? Yes or no?
Yeah, I just said he been getting his shit touched.
Oh, wait a minute. It's a simple yes or no would suffice, Big Mark. Yes or no?
Oh, right on. Yes.
Okay. Did he get clocked against Porter? How many times did he get clocked? Wait.
I don't know, a few.
Okay, so
it was a fight. Shit, it went 12 rounds. He got hit 194 times.
Oh, it gets better, IOTBA. Did he get clocked against Danny Garcia?
Yeah, he ate that shit right after a car accident.
I'm going with this, my brother. We can do this about any fucking boxer, my nigga, is basically what I'm saying.
Okay, but when I see Earl get hit, I don't see my nigga doing the stanky leg.
Okay.
I don't see my nigga over there playing hopscotch.
Okay, and with that being said,
my nigga over there hitting that 1, 2, 4, 3, 6, 8, 4. Come on, my nigga. Come on, bro.
But when Ugas hit him, he was knocked down because the ropes held him up. The ref just didn't count it as a knockdown. No, it's not that we keep saying that. That's what happened. It's not like we making up something that wasn't seen.
Okay, we're not.
That's what
We
happened.
watched Kabaluskas put him on his pussy.
Time out. Big Mark.
Man, it's all shit. Man, it's all shit.
Stay on top. So you said you see Terrence Crawford always doing the stanky leg, right? How many times has that happened in his career?
4.
Okay, name the fights.
Gamboa.
That's a fact.
Benavidez.
Never.
Oh, yeah, Benavidez made that boy wiggle. See, y'all keep forgetting that.
E3, you sound kind of far away from the phone or from your mic, E3.
I'm right up on the mic. When?
Oh, it was it. Oh, yeah. He made him wiggle. Benavidez caught him with one that damn near knocked him in the corner.
I'm asking you when. When?
In the Benavidez fight, Benavidez hit him with I want to say it was they was in an exchange. Benavidez hit him with a right. It was a straight right in the mouth and made him stumble back and wobble a second.
Never.
I don't recall that.
Now they say never. Oh my God, it's on tape.
Do any of y'all recall that?
It's on
tape. That never happened.
Okay, hold on. Look, I'm finna go
I'm gonna
pull
write
up
this
the
shit
clip.
down. Okay,
Hey,
do
Big
you know
Mark,
what
Look,
I'm
I'm
watching?
finna
Because I'm gonna
when
watch
Spence
this
came
shit
out the
tonight.
I'm
road,
finna
that
go
nigga leg
pull
go
up
straight
the
up.
clip,
You do that.
Big
and
Mark,
then
Okay,
I'm
what
gonna
other
send
fight?
it to you, Al.
when Spence
Hey,
step
E3, can
came
I
out
ask
the
you a
ropes against you
question?
guys, his
No,
leg
IO,
going straight
because I'm
across.
trying to go somewhere with this. What other fight, Big Mark?
Let me see who else rocked this shit.
No,
Cause
you
I
said
just watched
stanky
the
leg.
shit.
We know he done got clipped a
Yeah,
couple, but you
yeah.
said stanky leg.
No. When I say stanky leg, that mean nigga, I seen you hiccup, wick up, hibble bibble. When your legs start going
And we
wooga
ain't never
wooga,
seen Earl
yeah,
Spence do
stanky
that.
leg.
We ain't never seen Earl Spence get clocked and retreat and shell up.
No. See, clock retreat, shell up is different than stanky leg.
That nigga leg straightened up against you guys, man. When he came out the ropes, that nigga was stomping hard to bitch. That nigga leg straightened up like a bitch. What you talking about, man?
And how soon do we
What are you
forget about
talking about?
Larday?
And when
What
that
about
nigga came out
Larday?
the ropes in round 7 after he got caught when his mouthpiece fell out, that nigga's leg straightened up. That's what I'm talking about.
But that was
And
a
that
punch.
happened
He
in the
wasn't even
break. That
looking.
happened during the break in the action. So
Ah,
We don't
whoop
want
de
to
man.
hear that.
doo.
We don't want to hear that, Fish. It's always
Crawford
Whoop
get
de
hit
doo.
way less than Spence, man. Stop this shit.
You
stop
say
it.
he get hit way less than Spence, but we studied. Tell me where he not getting hit.
It's a fight, bro. Name one fighter that doesn't get hit,
Nah,
bro.
That's
see
what I'm
y'all.
saying.
See you trying to move the goalposts.
I'm
I
not.
keep
It's a
saying
fight.
this
You
nigga's
get hit in
defense
a
is
fight.
trash.
You get hit in a fight, bro.
Big
It's a
Mark, Big
fight.
Okay,
Mark. How are we moving the goal points? I basically made the same points you was making against Earl, bro. That you was making against Bud. I made the same points. We can do
no,
that
you
with
did.
every single fighter. Even Floyd got hit.
Yeah, and wobble a couple times actually.
Come on, bro.
I only remember
Okay,
Sugar Shane wobbling them though.
Corley did
Demarcus
in round
Corley
Stop,
4.
stop,
wobbled
stop,
them
Chop,
in his
stop.
chop, chop,
first fight
Corley
at
did in round 4.
140.
Oh
Come
yeah.
on, man.
Hey,
And
let
Maidana
me go
wobbled
around
them.
go
I'm
around
finna
and go
pull
around
that.
the
Look,
thing.
I'm pulling that
I'm
shit.
Earl Spence supporters. Big Mark, IO, Big Fish, and BFB Master Q. Just let me ask y'all this, man. Tomorrow we come back on it, man. Y'all gonna move the goalposts, but y'all gonna give Crawford his credit.
Bro, if he win the fight, I ain't gonna do nothing but give him his credit. I mean,
Big
shit.
Fish.
I don't hate the dude. It's not. I don't have nothing personal against him.
Shit,
I
I
don't give
can't
a
tell.
shit.
Okay.
I pick Earl because I think Earl is the better fighter.
Okay.
When it point blank period. I just think Earl's a better fighter. It's just gonna be what it
How is
is.
he the better fighter, bro? Like, how?
Okay. You say how? I think his inside game better, and I think he's better fundamentally.
Yeah, better
So he's a
footwork.
better
I
counter
think he
puncher than
has a
Terrence
better
Crawford.
jab.
He has better feet than Terrence Crawford.
Yeah,
He
I
has better
think
counter
I
so.
think
punching
they feet
ability
about the
than Terrence
same.
Crawford.
yeah. Them
He has
old
better
ass
instincts than
legs.
Terrence Crawford.
That
Oh
dude,
yeah,
36 years
Ring
old. Yeah, they got the
generalship.
same feet.
Okay. All right. Okay.
See, you
My
see, he
bad,
E3, you think
came
he
in.
Q.
could punch? You
You
think
see,
he?
they
Oh,
both
I'm
had
sorry, Fish.
Air Forces. They had the same feet.
Okay. Go ahead,
Big
Hey,
Mosquito.
Fish.
My bad.
hey,
Big,
E3. I'm sorry about that, Fish. E3, you think Crawford could punch with Earl Spence the whole fight, like on the inside? You think he could have one of them type fights with him?
On the inside, no, because Crawford is not going to fight him on the inside the entire fight.
It's Crawford.
You
And
think he's
another
gonna
thing I
stand
want
there
to
and pull
ask you.
you? So you think he's gonna pull a Ugas?
No,
He might
I'm
have
sorry. That ain't the
to.
question I
He
wanted
might
to
have
ask.
to.
Y'all niggas tripping, man.
Mm-mm.
Nah, E3.
So
Why
even
do y'all
Earl
jam?
said, man. Wait a minute,
Hey,
Earl even
hey,
said he
hey,
couldn't
why
believe
you
he was gonna
laughing,
lose.
Mosquito Spray? You still got that Cuban flag you wore that night?
still, I
Oh,
sure do. I sure do.
oh,
Man,
I
that's
even
sure
Earl
do.
said
touching.
Ugas wasn't moving, bro. Nigga said I kept splitting his guard with the uppercut. That nigga didn't move, bro.
Come on, Fish, you ain't shit.
Ain't no secret. I pulled from Ugas that night. I was fed up with the whole ass shit. Earl Spence paying step aside fucking money to not fight Crawford and fight. Yeah, so I pulled him for the Cuban. Hell yeah.
Hey man, you ain't gotta
And
explain yourself, man. That nigga pulled
you
for
come
Big
back on
Mark,
it
nigga.
tomorrow, Big
Man,
Fish.
It,
You
it
might
don't
want to
matter
ask
who
some
Bud
questions.
fight.
Your ass moved the
Fish
goalpost
gonna
like
root
the
against me,
Porter
bro.
fight, nigga.
So we get it.
You came back on it
hey,
tomorrow, oh, especially them Crawford is the man that got admit. Then your ass come back with that lame ass King Porter shit.
Hey, Mosquito Spray. This is what I tell you about tomorrow. You not I'm not thinking about no loss. I know we go win. But you
Shit.
want me to answer your hypothetical? I would have to wait till the VADA testing is results come back before I
Y'all,
get on
hey,
there
y'all
and do
been looking at
anything.
Instagram nipples and shit. Know what you talking about?
Oh, shit.
Y'all
Victor
done
The
started.
Conte, man.
audacity.
Nah,
Victor
yo,
Conte
PGA
in
shit. You
play.
see what you done started? You see what you done started, Aya?
See, y'all,
No,
The
no, that,
Hey,
audacity.
Mikhail. Hey, hold on,
no,
fellas.
Oh,
Time
yeah.
but
out. Time
no,
out,
that's
y'all. Can
true
y'all hear
though.
me? Time out real quick. Hey,
Hey, look how Terrence Crawford look. Y'all see him?
Hey, hold on, Ayo. Hold on, bro. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
kind of low,
All right,
man.
hold on, y'all. Hey, Mikhail, you keep trying to come on the panel, bro. You got to cut your cam on, fam. It's not coming on, bro. Cut your cam on and turn it off. If not, I'm kicking you out the studio. Go ahead, Ayo.
Hey, Fish, you ain't lying. I'm glad you brought that back up. Did y'all see how Terrence
I
Crawford
can't
looked
see
at
you,
that
bro.
way in?
He looked
Man,
great.
Lex Luger.
Did y'all see? Hey,
Yeah,
E3.
All right,
You
cut
see
your
how
cam
your
off.
boy?
yo, man, that boy look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Lee Haney,
God
Bruce
damn.
Lee. Hey, man,
You
we
said what,
gotta
Ayo? I
get.
couldn't hear you, bro. My
Hey,
bad. What'd you say?
hey, man, we gotta get him tested
Oh, you didn't hear me, E3?
Nah,
immediately.
I was trying to get this nigga to cut his cam on. Go ahead,
Oh
Ayo.
no,
Say that before I bring him
I
on.
said that's a good point that Fish brought up with the father testing, right? And I know y'all gonna be like, "Oh, TVA hating, I'll Fish you hating." Nah, we ain't hating. Did y'all see Terrence Crawford? Did you see Terrence Crawford today?
Nigga,
He
he
looked
always
great.
Hey,
look like that.
hey,
No, I ain't never seen him look
Nah,
hey,
like
nigga,
that.
he ain't never
E3, your
looked
brother
like
Man,
was
go
sick,
that.
back to
man.
the
He told me,
Ken
oh
Brook
man, they
reunion.
the same
Man, that
stuff.
dude, that
I
dude
Ken
ain't
look
Brook
never
like.
seen
reunion.
his
Hey,
smoke.
big, hey,
Sean
big
I ain't
Porter
never
shit.
seen
weigh-in.
his
Come
That's
on,
that
his
Ayo.
snack.
muscles in his stomach that thick.
I
I
don't
Hey,
know,
never
hey,
That's
hey,
that
Big
seen.
snack.
Mark, you just said you weren't gonna make no excuses, and it sounds like you leaning towards making an excuse.
Oh no, I'm just,
Hey,
bro. I'm just
I
E3, we
really
thought I
don't
heard
have
cracking
you
a right.
jokes.
co-signing that
We don't
bullshit.
have a right to
Get
question.
on your fellow
I just said
aerosexuals,
this
man.
that snack, my nigga.
Hold
I
them niggas
mean,
accountable. Big Mark, come on now. You letting me down.
hey man, I just said it's that snack, fool. Why is
There
everybody
you
mad?
go.
Because I said it's that
Okay,
snack.
There you
can you
go,
hear me,
man.
E3?
Oh man,
I hear you, Big
it's
Fish.
many things.
Hey,
Okay.
hey, my nigga D Young on here. Hey, D Young, pop your shit, bro. I ain't know you was on here. I just got back, bro.
Whoa, what's good, fam? It's all good, man. I just pulled up to the crib, man. Just getting off, man. But listen, bro, I'm glad this shit here. I definitely doubted that this shit wouldn't happen, but nonetheless, though, bro, I'm glad it's here, man. Hey, shout out to my nigga Eddie Atlas mosquito spray for that good ass breakdown, man. Definitely unbiased and shit. I agree with a lot of shit that he said, man. Shout out to my nigga IOTVA on the panel too, man.
What's
What's
up,
popping
bro?
with you, bro?
I appreciate
What's
it.
up, big
Hey,
dog?
man. Shit, coolin', coolin'. Look, bro, off here, y'all. I done heard a lot tonight. You know, y'all assessments is decent. You know what I mean? But I just got the fight going different from y'all, bro. I feel like this shit finna look like Pacquiao Margarito, bro. Cause let me tell you,
With who? Who
the
Pacquiao?
thing. Hey, listen, mosquito
Yeah,
spray.
who's
Not
Pacquiao?
trying to correct you, bro. I think the thing that we ain't looking at is it's more than just the punches and all this other shit. I'm looking at these guys' feet. And if Bud Crawford moving and catching this nigga on angles, because one thing we know, Spence ain't throwing off no movement. He gonna stay
So
planted and
That's true.
That
he gonna
basic
put
ass shit.
everything he got in his punches. Now,
But he's fundamentally sound. He's fundamentally
hold
sound
on,
and
hold on,
come
hold on,
forward.
hold on, fam. I got you. Hold up. Now this is what I'm saying. The key to victory for Spence to win is, bro, he got to hit Terrence Crawford everywhere. We talking about torso, arms, shit, hip. He got to get dirty with Terrence Crawford, bro.
He gonna hit him in the nuts multiple
Oh
times.
yeah, hey, and hey,
See,
guess
here
what?
they go.
But hold
Excuses.
on, hold on, hold
That
on
ain't no
though.
excuse. Sean Porter
Hey,
didn't make no
hey
excuse
man,
when
hey
Errol
man,
Spence went nut hunting with him. Sean,
Can I finish
hey,
talking?
I'm about to mute niggas, bro. And I normally don't do that. Can D Young have his time, please? Go ahead,
Yeah.
D.
But now look though, yeah. So yeah, to Buddy point, yeah, he can hit him in the nut shit. If the ref don't see it, hey, it is what it is. But the thing of it is this though, man. When y'all talk about how the size of Bud Crawford and all this other shit, bro, that dude is strong, bro. And I heard the MMA fighter from Omaha, Nebraska, a champion in the UFC, Houston Alexander, say this out his mouth that that kid is fucking strong, bro. And this brings me to my next point. The clinch will be pivotal. If he can wrap Earl
yep,
Spence up, bro, that shit over with, bro.
over with.
That shit over with. I don't give a fuck about an inside game. Cause one thing y'all fail to realize, and y'all don't want to say shit, is that this nigga stays square in the fucking pocket, bro. Why you think Ugas was catching his ass?
Ooh.
Why y'all think Ugas was catching him? And another
D
thing
Young.
too is this, and
Oh
this is
my
another thing
God.
about that Ugas Spence fight. Spence came out trying to box this nigga. Spence came out trying to box him because he wanted to feel Ugas out. And every time Spence made a move, Ugas made that same move to cut him off. So Spence was like, Derek told him in the third round, hey, go get him. And what happened? He brought the fight to Ugas. He ain't gonna be able to do that shit to Terrence Crawford, bro. I'm sorry. The corner shit or whatever y'all think that's gonna happen, he's not gonna be able to do this. But if he can make Terrence Crawford uncomfortable by hitting him in any part of his body to get him uncomfortable, he got a good chance. But far as his boxing shit, nah, I'm sorry, I don't believe it. But with that being said, I got Bud at 9 stopping this nigga, bro.
So D-Young,
What's popping, Ayo?
when
Go
have
ahead.
Earl
I'm gonna
not
take
been
a first
able?
question from my nigga IOTBA. What's popping, bro?
So D-Young, when have
What's up
Earl
with it?
Spence not been able to be successful with
Now
hitting a
you about
nigga
to
in
get
his
a
body?
question for me.
Oh, Fish, I'm waiting on you, so you already know.
Hey, let's do this though, man. I got one more cat that need to speak, bro. He been waiting.
Oh,
Let
all
me go
right,
to
all right. Well,
Mikhail.
yeah, I'll jump back to you, Ayo.
Okay, all right, man. Mikhail, you're live on the chat with the pack. Talk to me, bro. You got 2 minutes, man.
Oh man, I was digging D Young's breakdown, man. I just wanted to say, man, that yeah, Crawford did get clipped by Benavidez in that fight, man. But like and we know it's true because Crawford literally said when him and Errol was arguing, Errol said, "You got clipped by Benavidez." Crawford said, "Yeah," and then I made him do the stanky leg. So he admitted it. Yeah, he got clipped, but he made him do the
Thank
stanky
you.
leg. He said, "But Benavidez only got one leg." So when you start talking
Thank
about
you.
no, I mean that's to the point. Like, yeah, that's to the point. And yeah, Crawford does. So Crawford at times is defensively irresponsible, but so is Spence. And Crawford does put his chin out there because for 2 reasons: he want to see the power, and he want to see the distance. Because if he can move back just slightly, he knows how much you can touch him and how much he can touch you. Teddy Atlas told y'all a long time ago, he has the best instincts of any other fighter. So when everybody's talking about he's flashy, it's not the flash that you have a problem with. It's not even his fundamentals or the technical part. It's that he's an instinctual fighter. So he can do things that other fighters can't do. That's the reason why they call it flashy. It ain't flash. It's just that he can damn near go in there with his eyes closed and do shit that other people can't do, whether if he's 36 or whether if he's 26. And that's the reason why he says that he is the fighter of this generation, like Floyd was the fighter of his generation, is because Floyd could do things that other fighters couldn't do. So that's what I had to say.
Already, man. The panel back open. Go ahead, Ayo. Ask Dion what you was gonna ask him, bro.
I forgot what I asked you, D-Young. I
Hey,
forgot. Go
Ayo,
ahead,
can I
Fish.
ask him something
Go
real
ahead.
quick?
I was finna say something.
Okay, Dion, you
Go ahead,
saw
Fish.
the weigh-in today, right?
Yes, sir.
And I know, and you said it earlier too, so I ain't trying to beat a dead horse, but you said over and over and over and over, this fight wasn't happening. Earl Spence was
I
fighting
did.
Keith Thurman. That's the play, right? You remember that we ain't got
Yes,
to
sir.
beat it, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
he asked Terrence Crawford himself for thank you. I made this fight happen because we see now that, man, your boy was making it real hard to make this fight happen, bro. He wanted a lot of stuff his way, and he didn't deserve the stuff that he was asking for. Like, I think that coin flip shit was absurd, D Young. So what you got to say about that?
Well, I'm gonna just say this because it's like what 3 said earlier. Why accept it? If you the big fish, if you this, that, and the third, if you selling all these pay-per-views like this, I ain't never seen Canelo concede to somebody shit.
Exactly.
So,
No,
and he saw, but look, hold on, Fish. And another thing too is he said this on the Pivot podcast. Yeah, you did numbers with Mikey Garcia, but what about Danny? But what about Ugas? You heard me? So it ain't like this, like the numbers they putting out. It ain't like these niggas' numbers is that far apart. You know what I mean? But however, he agreed to it, bro. So
You
okay.
only get what you negotiate.
Let me finish real quick. You had put a Y. You put a Y in there, so I thought you asked the question.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead. Feel free.
So the reason why Earl Spence had to concede and give up stuff because he really wanted to fight. We see now that Terrence Crawford would say, if I don't get my way, I will go fight a David Avenesian on BLK Prime. So he was forced. The dude, Terrence Crawford made a great move. He had leverage. He had that belt. So y'all, okay, and this is my last point. That's why y'all always screamed about Ugas was getting 50-50 with Spence. Yeah, Spence I'm not about to play hardball with you because you got what I want. Because when I get to the end goal, that's when I'm gonna get paid. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this concession. So
Now
that's
you
that's
okay?
what.
My bad for cutting you off, King.
Nah,
Go ahead.
so
Go
I'm
ahead.
just
Finish.
saying, Spence made it to where this fight happened legitimately.
Okay.
That's why Crawford ain't been saying you been holding up the fight and doing all the stuff y'all expecting him to
Yeah,
be
that shit
saying.
only been
No,
coming
He
out one
couldn't
I'm
say
gonna
camp.
it.
disagree with you on that, Fish. I
Okay,
think it's
go
this.
ahead. Go ahead.
I think it's this. Now you said something. Okay, yeah, Spence did concede to all what Bud wanted, but what happened in the first time of negotiation? Them niggas did not talk to each other like they did the second time. So if I'm mistaken, if I'm wrong, but I heard Crawford called him because he was letting Al do all the business. And what the fuck Al told him? You heard me?
Yep.
What Al said? Hey, I ain't letting nobody else touch this fight. When Bud said he had this, that, and the third to get the fight happen. And another thing is
Spence
very
had to get
interesting
another
though.
management team on
But
board.
he had to get another management
Man,
team
he ain't
to
got
look
no
That's a
over
another
his
fact.
management
contract.
team.
I was just
That's a
about to get
fact.
to that. Why you think he hired the dude Adrian? And it says on their mission statement that we allow the fighters to look over the contract and learn about business, bro. So that just
Bro,
tells
Crawford put
that's
that
a
me
nigga up on
partnership.
game. Yep.
Man, that's a
what
lie, bro.
that's a mission statement.
Bro,
Go
how is
look
that a
at it.
lie,
I
nigga?
know,
That's
but
not a
You did
lie,
show
bro.
on
They
there,
Go
posted
Io.
that
look
in
at
the
it.
paper. He took a
Go
picture
look
with
at
the
it,
dude.
Io. That's a mission
Did a show
statement.
about this
I
shit,
know
Io.
Adrian Clark, bro, personally, bro. Fam, I know him.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
listen to
I'm
me.
just telling you what the mission statement
Earl,
said,
the
Io.
E3, can you pull up that receipt? Do you got
Yeah,
that
pull up
Nigga,
the
I
receipt?
mission
did a
statement,
show
E3.
on this shit. Yeah, of course. Absolutely.
No, when Earl Spence said, I ain't under no other management company, I'm with Al Heyman.
But
Earl
but
Spence
but
is doing a partnership with this dude to help young fighters. This dude
but
don't got nothing to do with Earl Spence's career, so stop that,
no,
Dion.
no, no. I didn't say nothing about his career, Io. But you gotta understand, he didn't have no other partnership for fucking Porter, Ugas, and this. So why did
Bro,
he have
that
to give?
dude works
Hold
for
on.
Man
Why did he have
Down.
Bro,
to
Okay,
give?
Earl is
okay,
a
Hold on,
okay,
hold on,
promoter
okay.
now.
So let's
Io.
take that off the table.
Let me say
Let's take
this.
that off the table. Let's
Take that
understand
off the
this.
table, bro. That
No,
dude
okay,
works for
okay, yeah.
Man Down.
Yeah. Okay, let's take that off the table. Maybe we got our sources wrong. Maybe it's pushed to us in a wrong narrative. But this is the thing. When Porter got 50%, 50-50, when Ugas got 50-50, when Mikey got 50-50, what was the purses? Was the purses 10-digit purses?
Negative.
No, they wasn't. They wasn't 10-digit purses. So he comes to fight Crawford, and he tells Crawford, "You ought to thank me for this fight." Crawford said, "We ought to thank each other because now we make it." And then what did Spence say? Because we making a bag. Because of what both of them did, they was able to come
Exactly.
to the table and make
That's
Exactly.
a
more
lie.
money than
Took
they
two
was
to
able to
tango.
make
But
individually.
one thing, let me say this.
It,
It took two to
that's a
tango.
lie.
But yes,
How is
no,
it a
it's not.
lie,
Io.
Io?
The thing
It
of it
takes two
is,
to
bro,
tango, bro.
this shit wouldn't have
Yeah,
happened,
but
bro.
one got to lead and one got to follow.
But y'all ain't bringing up the fact of what Fish said earlier. The reason why this fucking fight took this long to happen because of fucking coin flip. Can y'all put that through y'all head? This
No,
dude was
that's not
worried
true,
about
bro.
a
Oh
No,
man, don't
coin
no,
don't
it
do
flip.
wasn't.
that
It
Only
wasn't
shit.
a.
reason
Man,
why
it
the
ain't
It
have
fight
nothing
took
to
wasn't
do
so
with
about
that.
a
long, Io.
coin flip. The
Okay,
coin
All
flip
I'm
is
time
saying,
just
out. Wait,
something
hold
for
on, y'all.
people to
Hold
get
on,
it
y'all.
upset
says a
about.
bit.
That's
It,
just that's
CIO.
just what it is.
Time
The
out.
coin flip allows
Time out.
everybody to see that Errol
Time
Spence
out.
is not the biggest
Can you
fish.
hear me, bro?
it's
That's
not
the
the
only
biggest
reason why
Am I
fucking
talking to
bro.
Nah,
myself?
Terrence
Let's
E3,
just
you
Crawford.
say
kind of
that.
low.
Am I
Go.
talking to myself? Can
My
everybody
my
hear
bad,
me?
3.
Can you hear me? Io. So you mean to sit up here and tell me that the fight that we've been waiting for 5 fucking years was held up due to a coin flip in
E3,
negotiation?
E3, E3.
That was the
So,
only issue from
ho-
Terrence
con-
Crawford
so no, hold up.
because they
A
wasn't giving him
coin.
transparency.
Listen,
Remember?
no. E3, listen. We don't know what was going on, but we know now that the coin flip was a fucking major part in the transparency, sir.
Hmm.
and then Mosquito Spray want to talk about the arrogance of us Earl Spence fans. How arrogant of that is it for Terrence Crawford?
Okay, so I already killed this dumbass point that you made last night, but I guess I got to do it again. If Earl Spence was so caught up on this fucking coin flip, then why did he say this shit on his Twitter? He said, I even said you can walk out last. So what is he bitching about? I don't get it.
No, it ain't no bitching. He just letting everybody.
Bitching.
No,
Because
okay,
if I
all
say,
right.
hey, bro, we play the man. I say, hey, bro, we can play on All Pro if you want to. And then you get in the game, you kick my ass. I say, damn, bro, we should have played on All Madden. Nigga, that's my fucking fault. Because I said, nigga, you can play on All Pro.
Okay, so this is the thing right here. I came out with it first when I said in negotiations the first time it was 65-35. Terrence Crawford wasn't getting none of that. And the reports came out with that to be true. Okay, Earl Spence conceded a lot. Why y'all won't give this dude credit?
So what does this have? What does that? Because nobody's taking that away from you. What does that have to do with this?
No, but
because he said he didn't care because he really wanted to make the fight. He didn't care. This is Earl's word. I didn't type this.
No,
shit.
but he's saying I had to do all of that just to get this dude to fight me. When this dude is hold up, let's go back to Mike Tyson. E3, you brought up that reference on that great breakdown you had yesterday. I wish you would have played that video where Mike Tyson was saying Terrence Crawford was not a ticket seller, sir.
He did say that.
He said that. He's not a ticket seller.
I never said that Terrence Crawford was the A side, have I?
No, but what I'm saying is we know Earl Spence the super A side, but the arrogance, the ego of Terrence Crawford, bro, is the reason why this fight wasn't gonna happen in 2019, and the reason why it finally happened now. Because when you the A side, you shouldn't have to do no fucking coin flip. Tyson said it. Tyson, look, you brought up the reference of how Earl felt a little salty about Tyson saying Tyson picking Crawford to win, but like bring up the fact that Tyson said Earl Spence is the superior in popularity to Terrence Crawford, and that dude made it hard. Give Earl Spence credit, even though he knew he was that nigga. He pushed everything. Like Fish said, that y'all keep trying to twirl around to make this fight happen.
Why am I going to give a nigga credit for doing some shit he said he was going to fucking do anyway?
No, E3.
He said he was going to fight Terrence Crawford last for all of the marbles, and now that we're at this point, now he want to bitch him on about negotiations, even though he conceded to say, hey, I don't give a fuck if I come out first or last. I just really want to make this fight. We don't want to hear this shit a day before the fucking fight. Earl.
But he didn't say nothing about coming out first or last. He said about a coin flip. He didn't mention about
it. That's what the fuck we talking about. What are you talking about?
But he said a coin flip. He didn't say nothing.
Exactly. They flipped the coin. That's what they negotiated. But
yeah, but I'm saying,
wait a minute. But here, are you looking at your phone? He said we didn't give you everything you asked for. Shit. I even said you can walk out last, and he's laughing about it. So what is he bitching about, Ayo?
I know, but
he was laughing about it, because the nigga's being corny.
Man, that nigga been corny this whole time, man. Fuck that. The fight here, bro. What is he
hold
still
that
bitching
nigga?
about?
I ain't trying to hear that shit, bro. Niggas
ain't trying
hold
to
him accountable, man.
I don't want to hold Earl
conceded to none of that shit.
Hold him accountable.
The only
the
only thing that I had to say is I've never tried to take any credit away from Errol Spence. I get it, man, is due, but like somebody else, I think Thriller said, why are you trying to, you know what I'm saying, like give him extra for what, you know what I'm saying, he said he was gonna do? If you're the A side, you get what you negotiate. The beautiful thing about boxing is simply this: there are two men and or two women who decide to go into a ring and they agree upon a weight, and they both are supposed to, when they sign a contract, and sound mind to believe that one can beat the other one. It is the most fair, even when it's unfair, discipline of all sports. That's why we love it. That's why we hate it.
Negotiate because
you get what you negotiate. And if he negotiated a coin flip, then that's what he got. He got a coin flip.
Benavidez never wobble, but
can I say something?
Thriller is the leader of the Bud Buddies, right? And he got a part 1 through 19. Don't you know if Earl Spence wouldn't have conceded to a coin flip, that we would have had 100 episodes of that, bro? Because we didn't know it was a coin flip until now. So think about that. You got to think about how everybody.
Because I could have made way more episodes than what I did.
No, I know, but
making the shit.
Hey, so what you saying, IO? So what you saying, IO? What you saying is Bud dipped off.
What you do, Thriller? The perception.
IO, what you saying is Bud dipped off, fought David Avenesia for a 10-figure payday, and then he came back to the table knowing he could make over 10 figures and proved it. This is proof in the pudding that it could be 10 figures made on just
Man, he didn't make no 10 million.
Okay. All right. I'm just telling you what the report said. Right? All right, that's what the report said. So he did all that to come back to the table, called up Earl and said, "Hey man, these people still got this money on the table. We can still figure this shit out. But if you don't give me a flip of a coin, we ain't gonna get nothing."
No, but I'm talking about Thriller. Look, and this ain't nothing. We didn't know what was happening in negotiations. We're just now finding out now. But if we didn't know that, Thriller have a 19-part series of the reason why Earl Spence is ducking Terrence Crawford, and the perception was he was ducking. If we wouldn't have knew about this coin flip, bro, the perception would have still been Earl Spence was the reason why this fight didn't happen.
It's so funny how you take that coin flip narrative. It could be anything else. It could be any other reason. How you know it wasn't something else that was holding it up? And the coin flip is the only thing they spoke on.
But the one thing we know that is a fact is that we had to have a coin flip.
IO.
Hold up, Mark. E3 go.
IO. Bro, how can you sit up here and say that whenever everybody was blaming Bud for the failed negotiations the first time around?
No, that's the first time.
So
no,
that's Crawford was ducking.
And on top of that, nobody knew they was in a second negotiation until it was damn near done.
We didn't start talking about Thriller. You talking about in December? That's when we started talking about that. We weren't talking about that for December that Crawford was ducking. We were saying Crawford need to bow down.
I don't understand what you're saying, Ayo.
No, you said about Crawford. Why wasn't we saying that? Right? Because he wasn't. It wasn't no perception that he was doing that. All we seen of Terrence Crawford is saying, "I want to fight Earl Spence. I want that fight. Everybody know I want this fight." And when the opportunity was perfect for both of them to fight Thriller, he dropped the ball. Now, that's neither here or there because the fight is tomorrow night. But I was just bringing up, that's the reason why we went at him in negotiations, because the fight with Earl Spence was there. But, hey, salute to Terrence Crawford. You was right. He got what he wanted. He got more, fam. He did.
Got Earl more too, though, Ayo. So did he really drop the ball?
Right. That's the point. He got Earl more. But they both got more than what they was ever gonna get.
They really
Crawford got more.
By not taking that deal.
Errol got more. Errol only ever made about $3 million a fight.
Earl was gonna already get his money, bro.
What money was Errol gonna get? Errol has never had a 10-figure payday.
Listen, technically, like I said before, IOTBA, Earl should be thanking Bud.
Yes, sir.
Facts.
He should be thanking Bud. Because if they would have took that deal, bro, they would have been getting fucked. Both of them.
Both of them.
Go ahead.
No, but what I'm saying is, E3, look, negotiations fell out, but Bud was never serious about the negotiations the first time because he had 1 foot. Like, how can you be serious about negotiations when all of a sudden?
Okay, so IOTVA, let's take that for what it is, right? How could Spence ever be serious about negotiations when he said back then that Keith Thurman was on his list? And Keith Thurman came out and said multiple times that he was supposed to already be fighting Errol Spence long before Errol Spence and Bud was in negotiations. So Al Heyman had already had him in that. So how was he ever in it? if he
Man,
didn't have
Brim, you
one
need to
foot in and
stop.
one foot out? That's the
Brim,
same
you need to
logic.
stop. That's a fucking lie. That's after that shit. We started hearing that noise after Terrence Crawford took the fucking David Ebenezer fight. So don't bring up Keith Thurman to
Well,
me.
hey,
We started hearing,
But
man,
what
we
about the
started hearing
Canelo
that noise
situation,
after
Ayo?
that.
yo,
What about
Ayo,
the Canelo shit, Ayo?
yo,
Oh
Ayo,
yeah, he could
What
just go
about
up
the
to
hey,
Canelo,
160
Ayo?
and fight Canelo. He could
What
just go up to
about this?
160 and fight Canelo.
What about this shit, Ayo? Speak to that.
No,
hey,
but look,
This
three.
was before they negotiated with Crawford too, just FYI.
man,
So
look.
was he really serious about
Okay, so look,
holding up
all
to
right,
his
all right.
word, or was he going to move up and get a bag
Why
with
do you
Canelo and
think
never
this
come
man
back
had a
down?
19-part series on him ducking? Because there was proof there. No matter how many times you want to run back and say, oh, it was a coin flip. Oh, no. Everybody who said that Spence was ducking, it really looked that way because he said he was going to take the easy route, and the easy route did not look that easy. So therefore, it made it seem like
You know
that
what's
Bud was.
crazy?
It made it
So
seem like that
Bud's route
Bud
was
was
much
not the
harder than.
boogeyman, but Bud was Baba Yaga. He was the one who you call to kill the
So
boogeyman.
Bud's route was much harder than. That's
No,
what you're
no, no,
trying
no,
to
no.
tell me.
Nobody compared the routes.
No.
What we're going on
But
is
I'm
what
asking you.
Spence said.
No, but
Spence
I'm
said
asking you.
that he was going to take the easy route.
Hold on. But I'm asking you.
What do you think?
So Bud's route was harder.
Again, we're talking about what
Oh,
Spence
no. I'm
said.
not talking about what Spence
Okay,
said.
okay.
I'm
Was
asking
Bud's route
you.
harder? No, it was not harder. No, absolutely not. Nope.
Actually, the easier
Next
route.
question. Next question. Nope, it was not harder. Next question.
Yeah, so it was actually the easier route.
No. Nobody said his
Yeah.
route was the easier route.
It was the easiest route.
Errol Spence says, "Why would I fight you when I can fight Keith Thurman, Sean
But
Porter,
you already
and fight the
already
easy
admitted
route?"
Hold on,
that
man.
Bud's
I need y'all
route
to
was
get the
easier.
audio right. Hold on, Q. Somebody got some clapping shit in the background, bro.
Can't clean that up, bro.
So Al didn't mention me. He said, "Nope, he didn't mention you, but he gave me an easy route."
Why would he mention him though? Like that's the doofus way of
Because
thinking.
he was never
Because
part
he
of the
had a
plan, Ayo.
But
championship.
why would he? Hold up.
He,
Let's be honest about the situation. We talking. Stop. Get your heart out of it. Let's talk business too, because business intertwined with boxing too. You had all them fighters over there, bro. Like if Terrence Crawford, if we knew Terrence Crawford was going to be this difficult in negotiations, and he's older now. Think about Terrence Crawford 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, younger.
Brimley. Not bad. No.
Probably would have been easier because Top Rank would have helped fit the bill.
Not only would Tyrant would have helped fit the bill, Tyrant helped foot the bill when it came to Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. It would have been a cross promotional thing, and they had worked together before.
Yeah.
But that was not Al Heyman's plan for Errol Spence.
it was.
That's
He
just
had
what it
more
was.
fighters over
Al
there. How
Heyman
many
had a
more?
plan
Okay,
for Errol Spence, and that plan
Brim. I hate when y'all bring
Hey,
up.
Ayo, hold on, y'all. Ayo, for one, that's not Brimley. Hey, Mikhail, bro, you gotta let niggas respond and talk, bro. You can't come on and dominate the show, man.
I apologize, my brother. I concede.
Go ahead, Ayo.
Oh my bad. Damn, my bad. E3. I thought.
Go ahead. Yeah, I see you. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey man, I gotta jump off here, fellas. Man, I enjoyed it. Shout out to the panel, man. I'm gonna
Is
holler
that
at
D
y'all
Young
later.
getting off?
That's Big
Oh no,
Mark.
I'm still here.
Big Mark. All right. Y'all have a good one, man. Have a good one, brother.
Go ahead, Ayo. Say what you was gonna say, bro, before I close.
No. I hate when y'all bring up that fucking argument like Mikhail just did. I hate when y'all bring up that argument and talk about they did business with Top Rank and made the Deontay Wilder fight. They only had one fucking heavyweight. That was the only fight that made sense for fucking Top Rank to do. So, like, whenever y'all brought up that argument to me, it was silly. Like, because there was only one heavyweight that Top Rank had, and that was Tyson Fury. So, of course, that fight was going to be easier to make.
Huh?
Kell Brook was pretty much on BT Sports or DAZN. I'm almost certain of it. Amir Khan was the same thing. They was over in London. They wasn't being promoted by Top Rank.
Airbag, Glass Joe.
So I mean, like that's Top Rank wasn't keeping him from the fight. They was keeping him busy.
Keeping who busy?
Terrence Crawford.
What is you talking about? I ain't
You
gonna get to
said what you said was the reason why Top Rank would make the fight with PBC is because Top Rank only had one heavyweight. So
They
therefore, you're
did.
insinuating that because they had more than one welterweight, that's the reason why they would have been difficult in negotiating a Crawford
Of
Spence fight.
course it would. You know why? Because they was three, four young, vibrant young welterweights over there. That money made sense, and it was easier to make in-house, dude. See, that's the problem with y'all. Y'all so caught up on Terrence Crawford not getting his shot. You know, like the little kid who get picked last to play on the team. Y'all so caught up on that instead of understanding business too. He had 3 more other fighters, 4 more, 5, 6 more other fighters over there that they could make big money with. Why? As a business standpoint.
Okay. So I'm not trying to dominate E3, but I didn't cry about Crawford not getting the shot. I wasn't whining about none of that. What I'm saying is simply
So what
this.
is you talking about then?
Hold on. So what I'm saying is simply this. Bob Arum said he lost money on all them fights. So it would have made more sense for him to have somebody to help promote a fight, as in PBC, to have the cross promotion, because he would have spent less money and probably made more money. So what
Why you
you're
think he
saying,
promised?
so when you talk about business, that don't even make
How do
sense.
you know that? How do you know
How
that?
do I know
Why
that?
do you think he promised
How?
Crawford? Why do you think Crawford suing them now? Because he said he was gonna be able to get them fights with him over there, fam. You think that's Bob Arum fault? That of course he was gonna lose money. Of course, with the lower class of competition that Terrence Crawford was facing, because of the business, bro.
And again, what I'm saying to you is that if he after he promoted 1 fight and lost, 2 fights and lost money, 3 fights and lost money, he gonna wait all the way to the end of his contract and say, "I can get you to fight."
No, he
No,
got, bro.
he should already made the fight like he made the fight with Tyson Fury.
No, that makes no sense.
It didn't
Because
make no
Terrence
business
Crawford
sense.
That makes no sense because Terrence Crawford under contract, and Terrence Crawford don't sign. I think I'm gonna get this much. Terrence Crawford signed guaranteed deals, bro. So Terrence Crawford was gonna have to fight and get paid regardless. Am I lying about that, E3?
Imagine that. Terrence Crawford.
And then watch
Terrence
this here.
Crawford signed contracts to get guaranteed money.
Y'all as fans didn't do y'all part because y'all didn't support the man in none of his fights to make it big enough for them to want to do a cross promotion.
Okay,
we supporting them now.
Let's I'm sorry. There's one last thing I want to say.
You keep going.
Errol Spence says they have the best promoter. They have the best matchmakers over there at Top Rank.
Oh yes, they do. As far as making them look good or whatever they do, they ain't lying.
Yeah, we can't tell.
Yeah, but
why they always beat PBC fighters then? Why they always beat PBC fighters?
Hey, so you don't give Terrence Crawford no blame for not promoting himself. He say Terrence Crawford. Okay, you want a quote? So
Do
Terrence
you
Crawford
pay?
say,
Do you pay a promoter to promote?
Hold up, fam.
Okay, fam. Go ahead.
You want a quote? But Terrence Crawford said himself, you know, he ain't paid to promote fight. He paid to fight. So you don't blame Terrence Crawford for not self-promoting himself even more when he was fighting on HBO, when he was fighting at the time on the biggest worldwide network in ESPN. You don't blame him for nothing, none of that. He gets no fault.
He gets as much fault as Errol Spence not promoting himself.
No. We ain't talking about Earl Spence. We talking about Bud Crawford.
Okay, I answered the question. I said he gets as much blame as Errol Spence.
But see, this the thing right here.
Spence, though. We talking about Bud Crawford.
Okay. So since you want me to answer it yes or no,
what does that mean?
Since you want me to answer it yes or no, you pay a promoter to promote.
Mikhail, can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, what does that mean? What do you mean as much as Spence? What do you mean?
Okay, so what does Errol Spence do specifically to promote himself?
Nothing.
When it comes to his fights.
Nothing.
You don't have to because he has a machine behind him, bro.
Yeah,
that's the very point. Is that he has a promotional machine behind him that does their job.
Hey, you got to be slow to speak and quick to listen, my brother. We having a conversation.
Yeah.
They asked you about Terrence Crawford. You don't think Terrence Crawford deserves any blame for him lack of promoting himself when he was at ESPN?
My thing is that your promotional company is supposed to promote you. That's their job.
So you're not supposed to promote yourself at all.
Lomachenko can't speak English.
He got
But
a whole country behind him.
Lomachenko can't speak
He
English,
got
and
a
he don't
whole
have a whole
country
country.
behind him, bro.
He don't
And
have a whole
then he a
country
white
behind him.
fighter, bro. Bro,
That's way
he got
bigger
a
than
whole
Omaha.
country behind him, and then he a white fighter, bro.
Oh,
Are you
so
serious?
okay, so he's a this is what I'm saying, bro. It's like we know. Okay, let me try to frame it right.
So how is this Earl Spence's fault? That's
No. We back talking about Crawford, so we ain't talking about Errol Spence. We talking about a promoter doing their job, right? No, because when I said something about Spence, y'all told me it was about Crawford. So I'm trying to stay where we at, right? That's what I'm trying to do.
Mikhail, I think what they're trying to say is, bro, if that's not the case, then why is he doing all this promotion leading up to this fight, bro?
Because now he's don't have a promoter.
He don't. He signed the PBC.
He signed a what is it called? A partnership.
He signed the PBC.
He signed a partnership to do two
No,
fights
he's
with
with
PBC.
PBC.
Bro,
he signed to PBC. You got to accept it.
No, you're right. You're right. He signed. Hold on.
Man, he signed to PBC,
He
bro.
signed the PBC, and when he signed the PBC, we don't know what's in the paperwork for what he can and cannot say, and how much he's supposed to promote the fight.
It's a 2-fight co-promotion deal.
To co-promotion deal. So it's a co-promotion deal. So who is he promoting with?
But he's with PBC. You got to say that, my brother.
No, I'm not taking it. It says PBC.
You gotta say it, bro.
Hey,
with
hold
PBC,
up,
bro.
fam. Now, you shouldn't have put running in circles, fam. Now you got to make your mind up because you're talking about PBC like Top Rank isn't a fucking machine.
Like ESPN ain't considered the worldwide leader in sports.
What you say? Because Lomachenko's a white fighter. If that's who they want to promote,
no.
Is it not your promotional company's responsibility when you pay them to promote you?
You don't pay them to fucking. You don't pay the promotional company. They fucking pay you. They signed you. So hold up, you telling me Terrence Crawford signed Top Rank and he was paying Top Rank to promote him?
Okay, so
no, I'm asking you a question. Did Terrence Crawford sign Top Rank?
Ass shit right here, boy.
Did Terrence Crawford sign Top Rank?
This is crazy.
No, he didn't sign Top Rank. Nope.
So what the fuck is you talking about?
What the fuck I'm talking about is that when it's
shit, this some crazy ass shit what you talking about right now.
What the fuck I'm talking about is that when you go through the splits of how a fighter is paid, when he gets a purse, that purse is paid out to
what that got to do with the fact that he has signed a Top Rank and he got to promote himself in some form, shape, or fashion.
Does not part of his purse go back to what he paid his promotional company?
And you know what? That's the reason why he
don't
got
his promotional company make part of his purse?
You know what? That's the reason why. That's why I respect E Thriller the Black Picasso. Right? It's nobody like him who cheers for Terrence Crawford and who could keep it 100% down the board when it comes to this guy, fam. Terrence Crawford didn't promote himself. That's why Terrence Crawford was always in his position, crying, moaning, and bitching about him not being able to get the fights with nobody because he didn't help himself. Now, skill-wise, did he have it in the ring? Absolutely. But promotional-wise, he didn't give his own self that push to make the public push for a higher demand, to make them fighters fight him, bro. Stop the nonsense.
You know what? I concede to you this. On that banner, it says PBC, it says Man Down, it says Terrence Bud Crawford Promotions. And he is doing his best to promote the hell out of his company on a PBC card.
Hold up. Hold up, fam. Hold up. Now, you do understand. Now, hold up, fam. You do understand.
It hurts you, man.
It
really hurts you, don't it, man?
You do
I can tell, I
understand
can
that.
hear it in your voice, boy, that it hurts you to accept the fact that your idol has the only way he was going to ever get this fight. Listen to me, boy. He had to side with
No, no, I had
PBC.
no problem.
Yes,
And first
you
off, I'm
got
not a boy, but I
got
had
to
no. I
accept.
don't care. I don't care
You got to
where
accept
you.
it.
I don't
You
care
got to
where he
accept it. I
fights
know it
Errol
hurts your
Spence at.
soul.
He
I
can
know
fight
it
Errol
hurts your
Spence. He can fight
soul.
Errol Spence in your
You
backyard.
buddies
I'm
hate
still gonna
to
pay for the. I'm
accept the
still gonna
fact
pay
that
for the pay
he
per view.
had the only way
Nah,
he
I
was
don't
going to
bro.
get
care.
this fight was signing with
I don't. That doesn't. That doesn't.
PBC.
That doesn't
With
matter to me. I never
PBC.
cared. I never
Nah,
cared
but you
about that.
showing but fam, you showing lack of common sense. I
No,
ain't
it's
calling
not a
you
lack
dumb.
of common
No,
sense, bro.
let me finish. I ain't saying you're dumb. I'm just saying you're showing lack of common sense because as a fighter, you don't just get your promotional company, right? You got to build yourself up to where you that God to where you can afford to buy your promotional company. But on that journey, on the way up, you have to do other things to put yourself in position to do that. And Terrence Crawford didn't do that for a long while, bro. This is the most we seen Terrence Crawford do. Now, look, we could say Earl Spence don't do it, but Earl Spence got that it factor behind him. He got a real city and machine behind him that push him. That's the advantage that he got. He may not promote him, and Crawford may not promote themselves, but Earl Spence has that extra advantage because he has a big push behind him, bro, to where he didn't have to do all that. You remember when PB signed with Fox? Earl Spence was one of the main fighters featured on Fox, a national fucking audience, bro, and he excelled on that shit. So stop, man, stop.
Everything you just said right there, LTBA, was true.
I ain't gonna lie, man. You okay?
Who okay?
You.
Bro, this
Hey,
doesn't
where you
bother.
from, bro? Where you from?
This doesn't bother me, bro.
I ain't gonna
Like,
lie, boy. You
Where
were
you
taking a
from?
lot of punishment, boy.
I'm
You were
not taking
taking
no punishment, bro.
Hey,
This
where
shit
you
is
from,
funny to
bro? Where
me.
you from? Where you from?
I'm from the Midwest, bro.
You from the
What
Midwest?
part?
Where in the Midwest?
The Midwest, man. That's just it. The
I'm
Midwest.
talking about where in the Midwest?
Michigan, bro.
I'm from Dallas, Texas.
Right. I know. I've
What part of
heard
Michigan you
you.
from?
I heard you all over these boxing circles. Most of the time, I just listen. I don't say much. I just
So
listen.
what part of Michigan you from?
Flint.
So you from where Clarissa Shields from? You know her?
Nah.
Oh, you don't know her?
I'm surprised.
I don't know. You just sound real familiar to me, fam. You sound like a familiar voice.
Nah, bro.
This your first time on this platform?
On this platform, yeah, I think I caught into blood boxing
Man, hey man.
a couple weeks ago. Oh, my bad. Was I not supposed to do that? Because you did post
Bro, I
anything.
don't know.
I ain't supposed to
Do you
mention
follow my
nobody else's
channel?
name.
Do
My
you hear me, bro?
apologies,
First of all,
Ether.
can you hear me, bro?
Huh?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Do I sound low?
Yeah, you do.
Okay. Can you hear me better now?
I'm listening now.
Okay, but can you hear me?
Yes, I'm listening.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Rule number 5, it says don't mention other channels, bro.
I apologize.
And that's the last nigga channel I want you to mention on my shit.
That nigga's a hoe.
A big hoe.
Because he reported my shit. Just FYI.
Oh, he did.
So please,
Oh,
hey, don't mention nobody else shit
I
on my
won't.
shit.
I won't.
Yeah, it sounds like an honest mistake, but I'm
No,
happy you
it
brought.
was an honest
I'm happy
mistake.
you brought the
I didn't
rat.
even know he was over there doing no snitching shit.
Yeah,
So my apologies on that. I don't fuck with no rat shit, man.
yeah. He's definitely a rat.
I can disagree with somebody. I can not like your position, but I come from a school of revolutionaries and people who've been in the penitentiary. And so one thing you don't do is, you know what I'm saying, when you dealing with criminals or revolutionaries, you don't do no fucking snitching. So nah, I don't fuck around. My apologies, Ethro.
Yeah, it's amazing, man.
Why you don't sound like you from Michigan?
How am I supposed to sound?
I don't know. Midwest people got a different. Well, that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. Never mind.
Hey man, listen, I got family from down south. I used to make my voice kind of sound like I was from down south and from LA, just in my diction, man. So I don't really sound like I'm from any specific place. So I don't have the
Okay, so let
draw.
me ask you this. Let's get back on the fight.
Yeah, that's
So
just what
like
it is.
like my dog General Big Fish stated earlier, you know, you done stated, well, he didn't state this to you, he stated this to somebody else. But I'm just feeding off what he said because I want this question to go back at you. But this is his original question. I'm not gonna say it verbatim how he said it, but it's along the way. All right, you're making up a lot of great points. You say about Terrence Crawford in your mind, right? So I want you to tell me possibly how do you think Earl Spence could win this fight?
uh, oh man. I don't know, man.
You can't think?
Hey, no, it's not that I can't think, bro. You don't have to do the little side jabs, man. That's
No,
funny.
I'm just saying,
That's
like,
why
I
I
mean,
laugh a
like,
lot, cause y'all be like
no, I'm like,
sneaking little jabs there.
I'm like, you so fluently spoke on Terrence Crawford, you can't even
Because
fathom
part of
on
me,
how you
because
think.
part of me want to be an asshole and say he need to load his gloves, but I can't take away from the skills that Spence has. I'm doing my best to call it down the line. You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying not to be too biased, right? Um, a lot of people says that if Bud gets overly emotional, then Spence, and that's the narrative. The narrative is that if they can get Bud overly emotional, they're getting caught into a firefight, and Spence can very well dominate him in a firefight. I don't know if it was you, IO, but somebody earlier was talking about the whole chin thing, where Terrence leaves his chin out there, and I
No,
even
that was Big
spoke on
Mark.
that. Okay, yeah, I was trying to speak on. I think I was on mute at the time, but I was trying to speak on that about how he does that to gauge range and this, and to see how bad of a person, how strong a person punches. If Bud does that and Spence catches him clean with enough power, I mean, it could change the fight. That's the way I see Spence winning it. But
That's
Bud
the
would
only
really
way.
have to give him his chin.
So you don't think Earl Spence being a tremendous body puncher he is, that's not going to have no effect in the fight, at no point in the fight? Because let's be honest, we have seen nobody be able to stop his arsenal of body shots. You don't think that's going to have no type
I'm
of
a
effect?
I'm gonna say this to you, and I don't have the reference of telling you what fight I seen it in. But Sean Porter said he regrets not going to Spence's body early. And I was watching a Spence fight a couple of days ago, and somebody hit him to the body, and it really affected Spence in a way. And it was a half a second I could see him stutter. Terrence Crawford heard Sean Porter say that. Sean Porter said that for a reason. Sean Porter wanted his friend to win that fight. He wants Terrence Crawford to win his fight.
Hold up. You know what you just said, right? You said he wished he could have went to the body.
That's what Terrence Crawford. That's what Sean Porter said.
I know, but you said he wished. Like the context of it, you said he wished. Like Earl Spence had nothing to do with that, huh?
No, I'm not taking it away from. I'm telling you what.
No, I'm saying
Sean
because you
Porter said.
No, I'm saying Earl Spence had nothing to do with him not being able to be effective, throwing more body punches early in the fight.
I don't know. I don't know why Sean Porter didn't throw more body punches to the body.
No, you mentioned body and you mentioned Earl Spence got hit with a body, and then you referenced Sean Porter. And you said
Sean Porter said that he wished that he went to the body earlier and more often.
And I'm asking you, so Earl Spence, did you watch that fight?
I did.
So Earl Spence, then did he play a part in the reason why Sean Porter wasn't as effective as he wanted to be?
I don't know. I can assume that that's why he didn't do it. But the way that Sean Porter,
so how don't you know?
The way that Sean Porter made it sound was he didn't think of that. You get what I'm saying?
No. We know how Sean Porter is, right? We
Okay.
know he has a high motor. We know he's going to mow you down and hit you in your body, hit you every place he can.
Mm-hmm.
So we know what type of fighter he is.
Mm-hmm.
So what you saying, Sean Porter saying he didn't know that, we have seen nothing but that out of Sean Porter throughout his entire career. So I'm asking you again, sir. You quoted that Sean Porter stated that he wished he could have did that. We have seen Sean Porter do that against a lot of guys and be effective. So you're not going to give Earl Spence any credit for
But
not
Sean
being
Porter did it
able.
against Errol Spence and was effective.
No. You said that Sean Porter said he wished he could have did
And
it
you
more.
also asked me, did I watch the fight? And
No,
yes,
no.
you asked me, did I watch the fight? And now I'm telling you what I seen when I watched the fight. I seen
No,
Sean Porter make deposits to the body of Errol Spence.
no, you didn't say that. You brought up something else and said you seen Earl Spence don't like it to the body because somebody hit him with a short punch to the body and the way he reacted. And
Yes.
then you said
Mm-hmm.
Sean Porter said that he wished he could have did that. See,
Mm-hmm.
my thing with you, bro, like I understand you rooting for Terrence Crawford, fam, and I get that. I see a lot of attributes in Terrence Crawford. Let me show you how you do this. Terrence Crawford is swift on his feet, right? I ain't stupid to the fact. You hear TBA talking about Terrence Crawford resume. That's what you hear me talking about. You don't hear me. I could tell you, he's great movement. He is a dog. Terrence Crawford do got grit. He could box and he could brawl. Hey, look, this is the thing about Terrence Crawford. He could box and he could fight you when he need to fight you. That's what's special about him. Plus all the other special abilities. If Terrence Crawford is able to hit Earl Spence and let Earl Spence know early, because we know Earl Spence is more effective because that's all we seen, right? Is coming forward. If Terrence Crawford is able to push Earl Spence back with all the other stuff he do, but the major thing he needs to do is be able to push him back and control the range like a matador and play Earl Spence like a bull, then he could be successful. Why is it so hard for you to make an examination of Earl Spence and what he could do to win this fight?
Because I don't see him winning.
It ain't about you seeing them winning the fam. Now, look, I don't see Terrence Crawford winning this fight, but I'm not stupid to the fact because, I grew up watching boxing, right? And I quote this all the time. His name is Jim Lampley. He the best to me to ever do it. He say boxing is the theater of the unexpected. So you can't go in boxing matches just because you think your man is going to win and not think about the unexpected shit that could happen, right? Does that make sense?
And I told you the unexpected shit that I seen happening.
Okay.
Hey man, let's go ahead and close this show, man. Closing thoughts. Go ahead, Mikhail. Give me your closing thoughts, man.
Oh man, I just want to say thanks for letting me come on, man, and speak my piece. And I want to apologize again about breaking your rule, man. I appreciate you, brother. And I do listen to your show often.
Thank you. All right, man. Going out to Dre from Southwest Philly. Closing thoughts, my brother.
Great show as always.
Thank you.
Much respect to all the brothers on the panel, man. For even when they disagree, always keeping it respectful. I really fuck with that. Got Bud, y'all know, and 7-9. And even though we argue, man, we all sport fans of the sport, and we passionate, man. So let's keep coming together during this and after this, man. And I appreciate everybody. Shout out to my nigga E Thriller for always holding it down.
Appreciate you, Dre. All right, man. Going out to IOTBA. Closing thoughts, my guy.
Hey, shout out to Go Thriller, man. E Thriller, man. Appreciate you and Mosquito Spray coming out here, man, and doing that excellent breakdown, not just on one particular fighter, but on both fighters, and giving all the reasons of the seasons why each fighter could win this fight, and what type of things each fighter could do to win the fight. We really appreciate that as a boxing audience. Straight up. Shout out to everybody on the panel. Shout out to the Wolfpack. Shout out to my right brothers, the General Big Fish, Mr. Q. Shout out to my other partner, Mosquito Spray. Shout out to Corey, who came on here tonight. Shout out to everybody else who Detroit. I mean, my boy Mr. 215, who just spoke, and everybody else on here. Shout out to the chat, the Wolfpack. Y'all make sure y'all go to E Thriller other page. Go Thriller. Can you put that up real quick, E Thriller? can y'all go to his other page and make sure we get that monetized? Cause a bitch ass hating ass fuck nigga, you know what I'm saying, mad because niggas ain't moving and grooving like E Thriller the Black Picasso doing, got in their feelings and But please go subscribe to their other plays. Let's push that bitch to 1,000 quick.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all, IOTBA. Make sure y'all go sub up to the Spit Bucket, man, on the Facebook group and the channel on YouTube, and IOTBA Boxing Talk, man. All right, going out to my brother Mosquito Spray, aka Eddie Atlas. Closing thoughts, my guy. I can't hear you, Mosquito.
Oh, you can't hear me?
There you go. I think my mic been fucking up too tonight, bro. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, it's a couple days ago.
Damn, I still can't hear you, Mosquito.
Can't hear me?
Nuh-uh.
How about like now? You can't hear me at all? Like I'm low?
I can hear you now. Yeah, you sound real low.
Okay. Yeah, my fault. Yeah, I appreciate that on here. My fault about the audio issues and shit, but
damn, I still can't hear you, bro.
You can't.
Yeah, man. It's all good, Mosquito.
Damn. But yeah, I appreciate having me on, man. Looking forward to the fight tomorrow, man. May the best champion win, man. I'm looking forward to catching y'all tomorrow, man. Seeing everybody's face.
Already, I appreciate you for taking time out your night, man, to come on and educate us on the sport of boxing, man, from both sides.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you. I'll tap in with you tomorrow, man. All right, and last but not least, going out to my brother, the General Big Fish. Take us home, man.
Man, great show, E Thriller, man. It's unbelievable, man, that we here. It's a great show tonight. Big respect to you, Mosquito Spray, man. You know it's our love, but it's war, man. The spoils go to the winner. Hey, the Triple G and Canelo ain't got nothing on this, boy. I did the bragging rights is at high stakes. We got big stakes on the flow, and what two? You know he wanted to bet some banana splits, E3. So we got 2 banana splits and a strawberry shortcake and a steak dinner on the line, man. Let's go, Spence. I'm out, man. Shout out to everybody in the Wolfpack, man. Everybody on the panel, man. Y'all boys had a great conversation going tonight, man. Again, hit that like button for my brother E Thriller, man. GOAT Thriller. Peace.
I appreciate you, man. Shout out to everybody that pulled up on me on the panel, man. Shout out to the Wolf Chat. Shout out to the Playback Gang. Make sure y'all drop some comments in the chat and let me know who y'all picking and why, so we can get everybody on record. So whenever y'all come on tomorrow, y'all got to cut your cameras on and face the music. Win, lose, or draw. This one is for the fans. We've been getting shortchanged for I don't know how many years in the sport of boxing, but right now the sport of boxing is doing us a favor, man. Shout out to the boxing guys. Shout out to Earl Spence. Shout out to Terrence Crawford. Shout out to Al Heyman. Shout out to Derrick James. Shout out to Bo Mack. Shout out to all camps, anybody involved in making this motherfucking fight. We are going to enjoy it tomorrow. Once again, shout out to everybody that sent me a cash app. We are gone. Holla.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it.
GOAT Thriller, back better, iller, pound for pound, killing these topics with analytics, silencing all the critics, trying to bite the style, they get sun like children. YouTube villain, podcast killing, so antagonistic and prolific with the swiftness. Make sure you make weight before you trying to debate. Yeah, I said it, and I never hesitate. Hit them with hooks, cause these rooks took the bait. Start the show, cause goats never hesitate. Ducking smoke, got them sweating at they toxins.
Yeah,
GOAT Thriller, cleaning up the sport of boxing. Aight then.
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. I fucking wait. I am the greatest. Yeah, I said it.